Good evening, good morrow, and good day, and welcome to another edition of Slice and Dice here with the Manylands campaign. And joining me this week are 5 out of our 6 players, as Marshall sadly cannot be here because he's doing lots of, showbiz type stuff with his particular skill set. So he's not here this week, but hopefully he'll be back next week. I just like to keep the mystique and not say exactly what he does. But yeah, anyway.
He's at work.
He's at work.
He's not at a
basically.
party.
He's working rather than playing, which is what we're all doing here because all of us have come together to play some Dungeons and Dragons in the Manylands campaign, which is this beautiful map you'll see behind me. Thank you to Incarnate because it's a great website, and if you haven't used it, check it out. That's where I made this map. There you go, nice little plug to start things off. Okay, so I'll do a little recap of what happened last time, but of course you can catch up on all the previous episodes right from the very beginning on our YouTube channel. That's Slice and D6, or search Slice and Dice on YouTube. You should find us no problem at all. And of course you can find our most recent episodes here on the Twitch channel, just in the video section. But that's probably enough plugging for this week, unless anyone else has anything they want to add.
We're all good.
No? Oh, Fate Dice. Yes, of course. I nearly forgot. So we've had a couple of entries now on Fate Dice.
Wait, couple?
Yeah, we've had at least 2 already last time I checked. So, yeah, that's right.
Certainly a couple.
Who was the
certainly a
second?
couple. I can't say. But anyway, so keep your suggestions coming in for world-changing events or other little encounters and so on to be put on the Fate Dice. You can contact us on social media at sliceand6 using the hashtag Fate Dice, or just use hashtag Fate Dice on your own statuses. I do not care. We're not that specific. I will look you up either way under hashtag Face Dice. Hashtag Fate Dice. Not hashtag Face Dice. Totally different thing. Anyway, without any further ado, let's jump in with tonight's episode of Slice and Dice. Alright, here we are. So everyone, welcome to tonight's show. How are you all doing? Hope you're all well.
All good?
Excellent.
So good in the hood, baby.
Raring to go after all the build-up last week.
Yeah.
In fact, let's get
That's
a
fine.
bit.
I'll call it that.
It was build-up. It was a lot of build-up.
The sheer smut.
A smutty exchange, session 3, which you can find on Twitch and on YouTube.
How is that now viral?
And also, of course, the campaign director too. So anyway, last week, the 3 of you, that's Malar, Sef,
We should have
and
called it a
Fleeting
piss
Bruk.
poor start.
Ah,
Too late. It's too late. It's already existing now. There's nothing we do about that. But later on, might be another episode where we call that.
burning hands.
Anyway,
Sorry.
so you 3 arrived in the village of Halfrach under cover of darkness, seeing most notably a big old warehouse and a very large tower at the centre of the village. You also found a tavern, which was very nice because you needed somewhere to stay for the night, especially after the after effects of the cockatrice bites that Fleeting had received before he met up with you guys. So you guys needed to bed down for the night, and just so happens that tavern is a great place to meet people because you managed to find a few more intrepid adventurers or other kind of miscreants and oddballs within within the village who also weren't entirely native to Halfrach themselves. To help you in this endeavour, as Sef decided to call upon the villagers and see if anyone was willing to help. But fortunately, there was one such, a half-elf named Leoberin, with a very impressive ruff and very sort of looking very regal-looking green regalia. Anyway, he decided to join up with you as soon as he heard that people were in trouble. That's heroic. I'm going to join up with that. Fair enough, and unfortunately he's not here. But anyway, Leoberin is here, but Marshall isn't. Also to end up joining you guys were 2 other denizens who got off to a strange start themselves. Brukon Rumbleguts was in the village with his troublemaking cousin, the blackguard that is Rudy Rumbleguts, who dragged him up the tower known as Innelson's Watch because he wanted to take a piss off the edge of it, because something about being high up and drunk, you know. Anyway, and through some coercion and some money being exchanged with the guards, you guys got led up there. You, Brukon, at an unwilling sort of voyeur of this particular event. And were forced to watch as he, in fact, made a lovely arch of a golden stream off the edge of the tower, which was then witnessed from below by Naeris, who had just arrived in the village. Up close and personal. It was an interactive exhibit, as the stream went straight into your eye as you looked up to find out what was that noise up there. It was, as you said, it was probably the cruelest introduction of a character that I've witnessed, and in fact I engineered that, so I feel kind of bad.
I feel like my character needs like a moment of being, chaotic evil.
Yeah. To sort of find the
just,
inner
like,
hero underneath.
Yeah, exactly. Shed that, and then just the second she sees it, just.
If you look in the PHP under the stuff on alignment, it does actually say there is an exclusion clause when you are soaked in urine.
Yes, excellent.
Which I think we can all agree.
We get a few levels.
I mean, many
time.
things can happen when,
a few
when
levels.
urine
There's
is
going to be a
involved.
barbecue.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, if I survive.
Certainly set the pieces ready for that to happen. So anyway, so that happened before the two of you ended up inside the inn along with your cousin Rudy, where you happened upon the rest of the group here, and through a series of, through some convincing for one of you and through no convincing from the other one who just wanted to be rid of their charge, the two of you ended up joining up and agreeing to go and help. To go and shift the rocks from this rockfall where you suspect the Lady Helene Grenforth has disappeared sort of behind. So you got to bed for the evening with one of you, as they spoke or knew of Pirates Code, managed to misread actually that it was about renting room 3 rather than for free.
We need to shorten his intros and just skip over last week.
Yeah, let's skip that happened.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he didn't have anything to say until after the pee.
Well, yeah.
That
Me now.
And the misinterpretations didn't stop there, because once you rented room 3, you were then approached by the landlady who you thought was propositioning you, when in fact she was just looking to do a trade of pirates'
I
goods.
They did.
They did as well. Yeah, they were all. Yeah.
What do you mean we weren't there?
They did.
Oh man, I've got a message. Labels are wrong, literally unplayable.
Thought
Interesting.
it earlier.
Yeah, we were going to wait till you had finished
If
speaking.
it's just the better label, that'd be really useful actually, just to make sure that it's more correct in the future. For your suggestion. Anyway, so that all happened, and then you, after getting to bed for the evening, having not bought any pirate goods, woke up and you decided, right, I'm going to go out and I'm going to go help. We're going to go head back to the cave and we're going to go save Lady Helene. But before you could leave in the carriage, you were then approached by a street-talking halfling called Callie Shallows, who's a detective, it seems.
we're gonna have
Been
to
looking
talk to her
into what has been going on at the warehouse. She was said to you that that there was some shady goings on in the warehouse, and in fact there may well be slaves that are being used to create what item is being made in there, which you gathered is a stonebreaker is what's currently being worked on in there, which happens to be something that could be very useful to you. So after getting briefed on a bit of the history of the manufacturing and what Callie suspects is going on and how she's been employed to look into this, under promise of some gold for yourselves and of course for the use of the stonebreaker, which is going to be really useful for you, you guys decide to hatch a plan while still in the morning to stealth into the base, into the warehouse and its complex, and that's where we got to. So it's now up to you guys to sort of plan ahead and decide what you want to do.
So that thing to be discussed on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
We have a plan.
Cool.
Okay, what was the I didn't see the thing you discussed.
That's because we've got our own set.
That's
of
very
We
much
didn't.
the-
You got your own one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, let's just share all our plans with the DM. No, it's not off.
Okay, right.
Are
Cool.
you-
I'm looking
We are
forward to
not
this plan.
Just
Bond villains. We don't just go sit there and go.
Just before we
"And now
start,
here's the
are you able to get the neighbours the other way around?
Oh.
That's what he meant.
Oh.
I'm currently half Bart, half Marta.
I was so busy
Marta
with my
is
little
currently
flow
Dan.
that I didn't even
Marta.
notice
James.
the camera's the wrong way
you
around.
have no name.
Okay, hang on.
It's not the first time.
Hang
That's
on.
what the comment
That'd
meant.
be the labels.
Hang on a minute.
Thank you, Twitch viewer, by the way. Thanks
My
for that.
pretty complete
Yeah.
soul.
Yes,
me,
thank you.
Thank
for
you.
doing
me and
Thank
Dan
you,
are
Drake.
having this
Thanks,
conversation
Tom.
on paper. Dan's like, the names are wrong, and I'm like, we'll tell him when he finishes the intro. He's like, no, yes, no, yes.
that. Sorry, guys. Okay,
Oh,
guys.
Okay.
Look at the. No, you probably can't.
I am Dan.
Okay, I was also
I'm
the person who pointed it out. It was Drake. It's Drake Lazarus.
Oh, right.
Bear with me 2 seconds.
Hey.
I'll switch the cameras around.
God damn it.
Shout
Tom.
out. Shout out to Anasy.
Hi, Tom.
Sorry, you guys fortunately were still on camera when you were doing that shout out, which is nice because I just switched off the others to switch round.
Haha.
Yay.
So that worked well. Didn't
It's
it?
probably saying, ah.
Okay, right. Okay. Monkey no.
Leroy Jenkins! It's because I'm a dive tank in Overwatch. We play with
I
Drake.
completely misunderstood. I thought he meant labels were wrong, as in it was labelled wrong because I've labelled it as roleplay and Dungeons and Dragons, and I thought that was wrong. But, so it got that wrong as well. It's just a bit of a calamitous affair so far. But okay, we're back. Okay, you're in the right order now. All the right labels. Yes! Finally, after all that spiel, we're ready to go. Okay, so you had a plan.
Yep, we've got a plan.
You gotta let me in on this plan then, because you know, explain to me how you're going to.
I
We're
think-
going to win.
I think we can just determine the plan's success. So,
Okay, so
we,
how-
we
okay,
have
so
the book.
you can start,
Slaves are free. Yeah, let's carry on from there.
Okay, this is
Good campaign, everyone. Well done.
Great job,
So this
guys.
has been
Great
session
stream.
4
Yeah.
of Slice and Dice. We've actually all the heroes died, so we're gonna have to
Yeah, there it is.
gonna have to
You've got
start
to
a new
bait.
campaign.
You've got to bait the rocks fall, everyone dies.
Yeah.
You've got to go and, like, pull
Touche,
it out.
God. Touche.
Smite me, oh mighty smiter!
Well played, omnipotent person. Anyway,
So I got
So-
my own little
And that's
screen
when
up.
I flipped.
yeah. So we do actually have a plan.
We do
so
have-
Yes.
do we
I'm
want
calling that a plan.
Do we want to kind of at least unveil the
Yeah.
stage 1?
Yes, I think we
So,
should.
Yes, stage 1 of the
Stage-
plan. I'm
Initiate
intrigued.
stage
Stage
Valley
one.
Shallows has left at this point, so you guys are now sort of
stages are
Read
in
the
and
chat.
around the carriage where you guys were making the plan. It's still morning. It's relatively early. You have you notice just as you're talking through this plan about what you're going to do. Just a couple of traders just pass by with their various little caravans and head past the tower and further into the village. So yeah, go ahead. What are you doing?
there's a couple of things I actually want to do before we do the plan. I just want to go into the tavern and fill up my water skin with a lot of beer.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
with a lot of beers. You're just going to go in there and like.
part of my plan.
Okay.
So yeah,
cool.
I just need to fill up my water skin with beer. So how much would it cost just for
So yeah,
water
if
skin
you,
for the beer?
yeah, you can ask
Cheap
the
beer.
landlady for the
Cheap
for
beer.
The cheap beer, yeah. It's just like, I mean, I could. It's probably what, and she just takes the water skin from it. It could be maybe a couple of pints, so 6 copper pieces. That'd be
Cool.
probably good, I'd say.
Perfect. So I've got my water skin full of that, and
What do you want me to do with the water?
pour it away.
All right, okay. And she does so, and then after a few minutes, it fills up. It's back to you.
Cool. And in my room, I'm just going to leave my hat and jacket and put on my black cloak. So
Mm-hmm.
just so less me. So yeah.
Wow.
So no hats, no jackets, just
Still got the scarf?
cloak. Yeah, so the scarf's still there. Leaving my short sword in the room as well. Just taking the rapier and a couple daggers.
All right. Okay.
Uh,
You know,
Join back
are you renting the room for another night then? Because you got to, if you're gonna leave
Golden
yourself
Night.
there. Oh yeah.
This place is too expensive.
For my blood.
But it's the only one, isn't it?
As far as you know, it's the only one in the village. You didn't actually explore the entire village.
I don't wanna... Yes, we'll rent it for another night. So
Right.
I'll give her a good at this.
Score piece, yeah. Are your friends? Are they renting their rooms too, or is it just yourself?
Just me for now.
I had a feeling. But, well, you just got, you got the kind of lone wolf thing about you. That's all. I can't even see your mouth. It's quite disconcerting for some people, but I've seen all sorts, as you know.
Just turn away and walk away. This is. No, I'm not waiting back.
See you later. Don't cause too much trouble.
I'm just leaving. So I'll go join back with everyone.
All right.
We ready? I figure that some of us will make a scene at the front here and draw our attention, and maybe you guys could infiltrate via the rear.
Yeah, so Brukon, what do you
Phrasing.
I haven't thought through this, alright.
Brukon, what do you think's the best? I'm watching my phrasing now for this.
That's so
Point-
cute.
Yes.
Where do you think's the best place to break in from?
We were.
How? So careful.
It's because you lined it up.
Yeah. From the rear. No, from the roof. I think we were talking about the roof, weren't we?
Yes, yeah.
We're both kind of pretty good at the old artificing thing, so
Yeah.
edificing, sorry, that's the word I meant. So
Edificing.
Yeah.
You mentioned last time there was a point that we could get onto the roof from an
Yes.
adjacent rooftop.
That's right. So, so as well as the large warehouse, which may be 20 feet tall, there's the and it looks like it's got a corrugated iron roof. This warehouse. Alongside that, in the probably the nearest corner to you with the building is just like it's opposite the tavern, essentially.
Yeah.
Just within the compound, within the stone walls with spikes on the top, there is there's another building, maybe 8 foot tall, which if you had the right equipment or were nimble enough, you could probably climb over without getting cut on the spikes. It has a couple of small. When you inspected this, you found that there were a couple of small windows with iron bars on the on the sides of this building. Maybe 1 foot tall, if that. Not big windows.
Cool. So I think if we start to head over there, give us maybe 15 minutes to get into position, just so don't cause a scene if we're going there too fast. Once we see the smoke, we'll start to make our move a minute later.
I would wait for the commotion, but yeah. Smoke's good too.
I thought if we're around the back, we won't be able to. Hopefully, to not see the commotion and such. We'll be a bit further away from it. So if we see the smoke, we'll start about a minute later. So just keep the commotions going.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Cool. So should we head back?
Yeah.
So we're gonna head towards that building,
Okay.
and they're gonna be staying towards the everything.
That was.
Sure.
They're
Okay.
gonna be staying near the front.
In which case, are you going to start your thing when they start walking away, or are you going to wait till they're in position?
We're gonna give it a few minutes because 15 minutes. You know.
Okay. So yep.
While they're doing that, just looking at sort of this compound, the fence, the wall here. What is that made of?
So it's a stone wall, like flagstone wall,
Oh no.
with iron spikes on the top.
Right. Okay.
About
Is
6 foot tall, iron spikes on top of the wall.
Is there anything around it that's maybe made out of wood? Or...
The shop has a wood frontage to it, and the shop is a bit taller, 7-8 feet.
Maybe like
at its peak.
maybe like a cart.
Where's the
Is
wagon?
there a cart or
Oh, we wanted that wagon.
I mean, it is a
barrel?
manufacturer, but no, the walls are made
Yeah,
of stone.
wagon's a good
wooden
idea.
barrel?
Yeah.
There was
That's a good idea.
reinforced wood back entrance, the service entrance, which Sef scouted out last time.
We've got the wagon.
There's the carriage, is made of
Ooh,
stone,
carriage.
apparently.
I'm not entirely
Character
sure
shop,
my
guys.
lady friend would. Well, okay.
I much prefer to not set people on fire
Uh,
in this instance.
I was going to say.
agreed. Yes, the carriage. Should we? I will take care of the horses, and I remove the horses from the carriage,
Okay.
and I take them off and I tie them to. Can I find a post of some sort?
Yeah, there's a lamppost outside the
You could
tavern.
probably
Tavern
leave
to
them
that.
with the guy we left them with in the tavern.
You left them with the farmer overnight, and
Yeah.
you had a small stable.
Just gonna put them over there.
Just on the lamppost, or
On the lamppost.
On the
Just
lamppost.
tie them off on the lamppost,
Okay.
so they're there.
alrighty, cool.
Someone's planning.
That's
his
fine. You
escape.
do that. You tie not a problem.
Oh,
Despite your rather large digits, you do manage to make a
I can go
rudimentary
for that.
knot. It's fine. You don't roll for it. It's fine.
We got the trunk. as
Over
well,
the
that
course of the
helps.
next half an hour.
Half an hour.
Should we position this closer to our, or is it fine where it is?
Where do we leave it? In front of the building?
It's just in the middle of a road, isn't it?
Still early, so the road's probably quite quiet.
Okay.
Leave it there as abandoned, and
Yep.
some
I guess
darn kids lit it on fire.
we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Say.
You're going to say
How?
trust me.
I know.
This is it? The building?
how close is the wagon to
You're
the
looking
building?
forward to this.
So the road
This is where your creativity
which the
comes to
wagon
hand.
is on is essentially what's the word? It's you're not far from the building. It's maybe
Okay.
I mean I would assume it's on the other side of the road, so you maybe
Okay.
10, 15 feet, not
Oh.
far.
Okay.
Do one.
So I would let's just leave it where it
There.
is.
Okay.
I mean,
Distraction. Okay.
we can move it. And
No, I'm not entirely sure how to
I've
do
never
such
done anything
things.
like this before.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
Oh,
so
you said it with an innocent smile.
So we need distraction. So we ignite this, and then I think I can flare the flames a bit, and then we'll start to draw attention, right?
okay.
Okay.
The confidence in all of your voices with that, yes.
Oh, I thought that was
Last time I
fence.
tried to set something on fire, it didn't go well.
That's
It
fine.
didn't even happen.
Oh, that's not fun. That's part of the plan.
Remember the inn?
Ah. Cool. So while they're doing that, we start to make our way to that, but obviously we're trying to find a quiet space where there's no one watching us
Okay.
climb up buildings and such. But we've got 15 minutes. We know where they start.
Okay, yeah, maybe the two of you can just make a general stealth check just to go by unnoticed.
Sure thing.
27.
Okay, what level are you?
I rolled 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're an expert in stealth, of course you are.
Stealth.
Yep.
Quick question before I make the roll.
Mhm.
You mentioned at character creation about inspiration,
Yes.
and that I had it.
Yes.
Um,
You can have inspiration. You've got inspiration, so you can
And-
use it on the roll.
and
Yeah.
am I right in thinking that inspiration can be applied retroactive? You can do it after you've seen the result. You can roll and then see what the result is before deciding whether to
You
use
have
it.
to declare you're going to use
Have to
it.
declare it first. Okay, good to know. Good to know. We'll start with. So I won't use it for the stealth roll.
Okay. Okay.
So let's see.
Just like I'm stealthy. It's
let's see
fine.
how this works
Stealthy dwarf.
out. Not so much. 8.
8. Okay, so you both nonchalantly over to the corner of the complex by the wall. At this time, there's not many people around.
Still drunk from the last night.
So when you get to the corner, you can see not far from you actually. There's a well, just a simple stone structure around the bottom with a couple of wooden support beams and a little roof on it to shelter it from rain, because obviously you want to protect a water source from rain. And there's also further down along the wall, there's also a larger building, which I think, it was Fleeting took a note of it before, which is made of this white stone. It looks quite grand compared to the rest of the buildings in the vicinity, which are a lot smaller, squat, and sort of wooden built. Looks like houses belong to the regular villagers, and then one rather large house by it. But yeah, you head to the corner. There's not many people around at this time. You're there. What do you want to do?
So for climbing, sorry, is that athletics or acrobatics check?
It's whichever you prefer. I'll do.
I definitely have a preferred one, but if one of us goes up first, the other one lowers the rope just to make it a bit easier for the second one.
Sure.
Do you want to go first, or
Are you quite a sturdy gentleman, or more on the slim side?
slim side?
Slim side. Okay. Well, I suggest I go first then, because dwarf,
Fair.
no central gravity, can probably
Yeah.
brace the rope.
The strength's not the best for helping
Yeah,
someone.
my strength's okay. It's not amazing, but it's okay.
So you examine the wall, and it's obviously flagstone walled up to 6 feet. Then there's the iron spikes along the top, and
Yep.
then just behind that is the rest of the building. Another 2 feet of
Cool.
stone building. Looks like a tricky one. You could do it, but it looks like there's no obvious handholds other than the iron barred windows.
Can I also just give him a boost up as well?
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Yeah, well, that would help because dwarf.
Yeah,
That's a
so
good thing to
that
do.
give an advantage of me giving the assistance.
Yep, I'll allow that. Yep.
I can roll that with advantage, can I?
You roll with advantage. Yeah, it's going to help you with this
Sensational.
roll. Is it
And
athletics or acrobatics?
It's going to be acrobatics, but with him giving me the boost, I think that kind of works. So if you kind of
Yeah.
lean against the wall in the brace position,
Yeah.
and I'll run at you and then kind of jump and do a sort of push off.
Please don't get a natural one on
This
this.
won't- I'm sure this
Well,
won't end with
It's
a
going to be
meaningless
bludgeoning
place.
damage to me.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how this.
Just a
goes.
dwarf runs into me, headbutts me in the gut.
Yeah.
It's like, good work, come on,
Yeah. So we've got this elaborate stealthy plan.
Winded.
Yeah.
Winded for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we like in the after action.
Good heist start.
Never toss a dwarf, as Drake Lazarus says. Yes.
Yeah. Normally toss a dwarf.
But apparently this is happening in your second
I'm so
session.
looking forward to this.
So we
It hasn't even happened. You plan it to the detail like you're gonna go do it outside.
The minutiae of the plan.
So we developed this elaborate plan, which then immediately goes out the window as I just Kool-Aid man in straight through the wall. Oh yeah! Let's see what we get. Let's see if that is in fact the reality in which
Come on,
we
man,
live.
roll high.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
So-
basically propelled.
So the bell curve can go fuck itself. So the ladies and gentlemen who at home, that is the roll of a 2 and a 20. So yeah, that's
Natural
25,
20.
natural 20.
25 was exactly what you needed. It was a tough jump, but you made it. So
Fair.
fair play. Fair play. Great. So
So in fact, what actually happens is
So-
I just kind of like I kind of jog up to him and I go, do you know what? No, I got this, and I just casually stroll up the side of the building.
I mean, I assume that his boost here really helps.
Yeah,
you.
just boop, 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 boop.
No dice cam, don't believe you. There is a dice cam. In fact, yeah, forget it. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. But I was.
Someone has a rolling
witnessed.
tray, right? I thought someone.
No, I forgot about this week.
Ah, well, never mind.
Doesn't matter. It happened. I can vouch for it. And
Yeah,
when I say
I
go,
rolled,
so it's
I
done.
rolled directly in front of the DM. There is no shenanigans.
It was
of any
very
kind
open.
that's taking place here.
A 2 and a 20, but the 20 is what counts because you
The
had
20
advantage.
is-
So with a great from the elf, you are propelled up and you land prone on the top of this 8-foot building.
So,
Cool. You can go up to the edge. So from your vantage point, I mean, are you looking out? Or are you going to help him up straight away? Is that?
I'll have a quick scan.
Oh, quick scan. Okay. What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 13.
Okay, I'll allow you to make a perception.
Cool. Yep.
Okay.
So that means my perception is +3. So let's see what we've got here.
Aha.
Oh my god! Okay, so
Now-
that's 2 natural 20s now.
Now
Nice.
they're not going to believe you.
Don't blow
Again,
them all
I've
out
seen
now.
it, I've seen
You're
it.
just getting onto the top of the
So-
other building.
So that was another natural 20.
Sorry, I'm reading the chat.
Sure, yeah. Okay, so crawl to the edge. You peer over. Obviously, in your rather diminutive stature, you don't draw too much attention being up there. But what you do see, you get a great view of the yard below. It looks to be mostly just a dirt covering the floor there. The slaves, you presume, are slaves, but given that they are chained up in their sort of manacled arms and legs, and they have.
They're not giving off a
tattoos.
real "I'm here of my own free
Yes,
will."
they're
kind
really
of
not
vibe.
giving off that. And with a natural 20, you observe that. Yeah, they must be slaves. I mean,
I see the receipts.
obviously, I can see the money that. Anyway,
How many slaves are there?
okay, so from here you can see maybe 3 or 4 at work outside. They're mostly heading towards the log store, which is at the very far opposite end to you of the complex. Just removing very large chunks of wood from there, and these are moving them across to the warehouse. The main entrance, you gather, is to the warehouse is at the opposite end as well. There's no side entrances along where you are, and you see the last of these slaves come out from their quarters, which appears to be the building you're on top of. You see the last one come out of the doors there and set to work. In terms of fortifications, I mean, so you see the log store. You're on top of the tall building. You've got the manufactory, the warehouse next to you. I say next to you, it's maybe 15, 20 feet away from you. You probably couldn't jump that. And 20 feet up, yeah. The other end, you can see the service entrance. You can see there is one guard at a lean-to that's up against the log store. It seems to be just kind of keeping an eye on things from there, and 2 dogs which are on leather leashes, which he's holding in one hand.
So just the one guard and 2 dogs.
Yeah, well, there's also
That-
one other guard patrolling the yard, who has 2 dogs with him as well, and they're just routinely going up and down the yard.
See,
That's all you can see currently from where position.
Our whole plan is based around attempting to not have to fight dogs.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
That's our
The other
whole
building is, of course, the shop, which is basically the shop is made of wood. It's about 8 feet tall, and it's positioned exactly in the centre of the wall, alongside the road. Not perpendicular. What's the word?
Adjacent.
Adjacent. That's the one. Adjacent to the road. It juts out from the wall maybe 5 feet, and then it goes back another sort of 10, 15 feet.
Martin, can you see the chat?
Is there any way for me to use a chat command to randomly generate a number between 1 and 20? I really, really want to roll this first attack. Not
No.
currently, no. Currently, no. I mean, you're welcome to roll at home and tell us what you got. Sounds fine. Anyway,
I mean, there is, but I'm not going to do it. Anyway. Cool. Okay, so that's the situation. So I will now sling a rope down down the side of the building. Grab the other end, step back a bit so that the rope is, I'm not taking the full weight. It's
The
kind of
edge,
going over
yeah.
the corner. Of
Yep.
the
Make a stealth check to do this, just to make sure you're not noticed.
sure.
While you're
Now,
doing
if this rolls another 20, then I'm marrying this dice.
And can I
it will
borrow
be
it?
my partner. Okay, that's not a natural.
I was going to accuse it of being weighted.
No,
Yes.
no, you're good. No, that was a 14.
14. Okay. Yeah. So as you go to take up your position, take a look behind you. Even though you're 4 feet something anyway, you're going to squat down a little bit further, so you're out of the eye line of those below in the yard. Brace, throw the rope down. You ready to go?
Cool. So once the rope comes down, I'm going to start climbing up.
Okay. So now make an athletics, or actually it's climbing a rope. Yeah, athletics check to, just to climb the rope.
Oh, we told you acrobatics earlier.
I
But guess
know.
what, James? Fuck you.
Well, no,
Can
it's
I do
acrobatics to jump
Can
up
I
the
do
wall
it
while
with
seated.
advantage because I get help with the rope?
No, it's just a lower DC because you're using
Yeah,
the
I was
rope.
going to say, there'll be
Okay.
circumstance bonus over that.
Oh, okay, 16.
60, yeah, easy enough.
Perfect.
Get up to the top. Seeing Brukon in his, although squatting, you go prone yourself to make sure he's bigger. Yeah.
Brukon has
Probably
never
try
skipped
not
leg
to be
day
seen here.
in his life.
Because a 6 foot half elf standing on top of a
Yeah.
building in the daytime is quite
I
noticeable.
am trying to be stealthy with staying crouched, and I'll do same with like take a survey around so I can just see. So
Well, you take a look and then
Yeah.
I'll kind of go,
yeah, point at which one.
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Excellent. So you guys
Cool.
are in position up there. What you
We're in
doing?
position, so we've got.
Well, we're going to
say
wait
15
until
minutes.
we hit, yeah, we're going to wait until the kind of the allotted time expires.
Do you have a timepiece on you at all?
No, we'll wait. We said we're going to wait till there's
Just the signal.
smoke.
Okay. Okay.
The goal was their
That's
distraction
good.
is
Otherwise,
fire.
it's going to be like history check to keep track of time.
Oh, I've got my little sundial on my watch. So hang on, wait, where do I stand?
Just for longitude and latitude.
But yeah, we're just waiting. So after we see the smoke, we're going to move in a minute later if the guards have started to move away from our area.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty then. So you guys, what are you doing?
And back
I
to
need-
Team Fire.
I need to find a place to hide, basically, but still see within casting distance. But still
If
see
you do.
the carriage.
About 30. What are you
As I
casting?
said, it depends on the casting
Firebolt?
distances.
If you do
Fireball.
prestige.
I think that's 30 or 60 feet. isn't it?
120 feet here.
Yeah.
Where are you
Firm
casting
to
it at? What do you casting
At
it
the carriage.
At the carriage.
at? The carriage.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Do whatever you want.
And you're okay with this?
Well, yes.
Well, it's the only flammable thing without people in it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It's difficult maths to argue with.
So where the carriage is positioned, which is essentially adjacent to the shop, it's parallel to the shop. It's there's no real cover right by it. However, with your range, you could. There is a vineyard behind you, which a couple of farmhands are at work on. Obviously, the bushes are quite dense themselves. That's the
There's
nearest
also-
thing you could duck behind.
Isn't there
Can you
also
guys do a
a
perception
tower?
check for
There's the tower and the tavern. The tower is too far away. The tavern possibly might be on the edge of your range. If you can get up to the corner of the tavern, you might be able to do something from there. But you'd obviously be seen from the side that you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking. You're so excited. I think I'll choose the bushes. The vineyard.
In the vineyard.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's make a little stealth check for me.
I don't know what die.
So roll a
That's
d20.
new.
Any ability check, roll the
Yeah, that's the
20-sided
guy.
dice.
That's the one.
That's your best friend or worst enemy.
It is.
Oh,
It's a good roll. It's a
It's a
roll.
good
Even
friend.
Oh,
friend! Your own
17,
dice like you.
Yeah.
Yes.
always-
Apparently,
that's always a good
apparently,
sign.
Marty, you rolled a -1. Yeah.
I will. I will come over there.
Thanks, chat.
And just as if this wasn't disconcerting enough, now it turns out that GLaDOS is one of our viewers, so we should be very afraid.
Yes, brilliant, great.
Give me cake.
I like that reference. Check out that reference. Anyway, so 15
Me,
plus
maybe.
your
This guy.
15 plus your
Dexterity.
skill.
plus your dex plus your unless you're proficient in stealth, which is
I don't think. I'm pretty sure sorcerers don't get the
Right.
option to be
Plus
proficient.
2. Okay. 17.
17. Yeah. Okay. So you duck into the vineyard. You see there are a couple of farmhands at work, and 2 of them are sort of huddled around one particular bush, and they're looking around pretty shiftily. But you manage to sort of meld into the bushes a bit and keep out of the way. But you do notice that they are looking around, and then they're taking berries. And they're just putting them in a little bucket, but they're doing it in like what would normally be a very relaxed and normal thing to do for somebody working a vineyard to pick berries.
Grapes.
They're looking. They're looking like they're up to no good. But anyway, you're so you get in bushes. You can see the carriage. You're in position, ready to go. Okay. So that leaves you and you, Fleeting Look and Malar Shade
I
Creek.
mean, to put the thaumaturgy whammy on this, you have to be within 30 feet.
And Leobrin, sorry, he's there.
So we can't afford to be too far away.
Okay.
But we'll put 20 foot away?
Yeah.
20 foot away? Like, and I'll just pull you around like we're casually having a chat, but obviously looking at the carriage. Like, kind of just... Oh, I really hope
Gosh,
they
wouldn't
don't
it be
miss
terrible
that.
if this carriage exploded right now?
They won't.
I just picture you doing like one of those like freeze frames at the end of a sitcom, like you hitting each other's shoulder.
It's like an 80s, yeah. It's like the 80s, wasn't it?
And when we see sort of flames starting to hopefully take hold on this, Malar will certainly give it the thaumaturgy whammy, just to
Yeah.
get it going.
Yeah.
And then when it's going, he's going to draw attention to it. I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
you're kind of near to the carriage.
Yeah,
Right,
20
things
foot
to
away,
happen,
just...
Yeah, I'll also use thaumaturgy, but something slightly different.
Okay, and you standing together, are you going to be like, spread out?
Yeah, because we'll look like we're kind of
Yeah.
talking and just
Just-
casual.
And Leobrin just stands with you guys as well. Kind of. So, how do you want me to enter into this plan? Is there something I could do to help, perhaps?
Can you ignite things?
Well, I have certain things I could do. I can blast things with energy.
Well,
I can put people to sleep. I can make it glow in a pinkish purple kind of light.
I like the sleep idea. That let's keep you warm for that.
I can also make illusions.
Okay,
It's just another thing I
This
can do
might be
sometimes.
better than setting things on fire. But I thought we've pulled the pin on that grenade now.
You just see her in the bush.
The grenade is sitting in the
Just. She's like, "Is it fire time?" No, not yet.
What now? Are we there yet?
I'd like to think I get your attention. I'm like,
Okay, is it go time?
Yeah, so
You
you
set
guys,
the
you
go
guys
time.
are standing by ready to do your thing with Leobrin just in tow, kind of.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Acting. I can do that. Yes. Okay. Right. Ready.
Okay, I cast Firebolt at the carriage.
Okay. So yeah. So roll. I think it's roll to hit, isn't it? So it's a
Yeah.
melee spell. It's a
Yeah.
ranged spell attack.
Yes.
So yeah, just roll your
You
d20 and
roll a
add-
d20, add your spellcasting modifier, which will be
it'll
charisma
be
for
on
you.
your thing.
yeah.
18.
I'd say strong start. So then you'll add, and then
My charisma is
15, so
Drake
15.
Lazarus,
Two.
please get a
Proficiency.
suggestion for
proficiency,
fake dice
which
using
will be plus
hashtag
2
fake
as
dice
well,
because I
Yeah.
feel like
plus 4.
yours
That's
might be
22. 22.
22. Okay, well it's a static carriage, so unfortunately you no. No, so you. So was there an optimum place you were looking to hit it? Just out of
dead
interest.
center to cause the most fire happening.
Well, you know
at
that.
that
Well,
spot.
given your pyromaniac tendencies, you know that heat then tends to rise. So you're going to aim. So you hit
It's
the very
towards the
bottom,
bottom,
of
the
of
chassis,
carriage.
if
Exactly.
you
You basically set enough fire, explodes at the bottom of the carriage, and its fire starts to take hold in that area.
Okay.
So it hits. So can you just roll for damage?
Which one's that?
That's
It
Firebolt
depends. I think it's a D.
DC.
I think it's a D10. Is it for firebolt?
Firebolt, D10. I
D10
think.
sounds right.
Yeah, that's
It's
D10.
heavy on damage. If there were other effects, you can probably get to it.
8.
Not bad.
8 points of fire damage. Okay, so it starts going up, and you hear the crackling of wood start, and flames start appearing around the bottom of this carriage. The teal paint looks like it's maybe lead-based and is starting to melt a little bit.
I hope I didn't get in trouble for this. Alright. You know, give it a bit of a zhuzh with thermaturgy, just to inflame the flames.
Is there a verbal component with thermaturgy?
Yeah.
Thaumaturgy. So you're like,
There you go,
Not
By the light of the eighth.
he just sort of puts his trunk in his pocket to muzzle the sound.
and the flames start to come up even larger, and they start almost engulf the entirety of the carriages, burning quite brightly.
It is verbal and somatic for fireball. Fireballs, yeah.
So you've been like,
Thaumaturgy is verbal.
Thaumaturgy, I was supposed to
Yeah.
be.
It's verbal, it's fine.
I will also cast Thaumaturgy at the carriage. But could I do something slightly different? Could I create an instantaneous sound that originates from
Nice.
Sure, what sort of sound do you want to make?
screaming halfling children?
Oh my
I love it.
I love that he's the paladin. This is great. Okay. Right, you get an inspiration.
Oh, we just
if you
turned
don't
that
have
up
it
to
already,
11.
'cause
Why not?
that's amazing.
I wondered
my
what you were
God.
planning.
So the two of you on top of this building, the flat roofed building, just you see flames start up, and you hear the screams of several children.
Oh my god, they're dead! I'm just. And I'm just in the bushes staring as I've never seen anything like that in my life.
It's like, look at your hands like.
Yeah, I was looking at my hands like, oh god.
You're looking at me like, what?
Actually,
Were
can
they
you-
children?
Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, given your background?
Yeah,
D20.
So D20.
Yeah, D20, and then you add the wisdom.
20.
Well, natural
That's
20.
20. Okay.
I can't.
Okay, so for a fleeting moment, you thought. Sorry. You get flashbacks to your past, and with fire being involved, and it dissipates as you just shake it off, you shrug it off, and go, no, this is an illusion. This isn't really happening. And you're fine, and you're not scared of yourself, so that's good.
You
So
made
otherwise
one of the
it's gonna be
parties
frightening
have a
yourself,
black
which would be a
PTSD
very interesting thing
flashback.
to work, but anyway, you're fine. Okay, so fire starts.
He's
The
called-
twisted fire starts.
He's caused our party PTSD.
Nearly. She got a natural 20, so it's fine.
I already have
20, so
PTSD.
it's fine.
It's fine.
Okay, yep. So what next? What's next in this grand plan?
Is there a reaction?
Oh, sorry. Good point. First thing you see a
Halfling children, no one comes.
you see
Make it sound like a puppy. Everyone will come.
Just for context, it's a halfling village that we're in. Like, for the people at home, that's why this is horrific.
Sorry.
That's alright.
so you Naeris see the two who were picking grapes surreptitiously, or trying to be surreptitious about it. They stop. You see this fire, and they hear the screams. And they're, oh God! Oh shit! And they just like drop the bucket on the ground, and they're like, and they just start heading towards the fire. The rest of you see from out of the shop a halfling. Kind of looks like he's got starting to bald on top of his head, kind of greying hair, with a bit of a stubble, with a pipe in his hand, with a rather nice silk waistcoat. And some breeches and sturdy leather boots on, just comes out and he goes, "Hey, what's going on here, then? Why don't you just stand there? You've got to do something about it." Pointing at you guys, the three of you, says, "What you going to do something here?"
The two of them in a bush.
Oh, no, because...
No, Leobryn's with those two.
Oh my goodness, fire! Oh no, we should. I run at the carriage as if to, oh no, it's far too hot. Oh, by the will of the eight.
I'm
Oh.
going to say make a deception check, but I will also say that Leobrin's going to join in with you on this to give you advantage on the check. So he's there's a fire, the children. We must save
Deception.
the children.
Oh,
Deception indeed.
That's going to be 16.
16. Okay. Yeah, you can do that, and they're like, just to get some fucking water or something. You there, in the blue, go get it.
In
Get
the
some
blue.
water.
In
So,
your
my
skin.
yeah. Where's the nearest point of water?
You were told actually by the landlady. Actually, it happened in the last section.
Oh,
There
actually
is a
did.
water tank out the front, so out the front of the thing. So there's a big barrel out the front of the tavern, which has a little tap on it.
Okay. Are there any buckets around?
Make a perception check. Just in the moment.
Naturally.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
We need these in combat, people.
Yeah.
It looks like there
These
are.
laws we won't need combat.
It looks like there are no buckets
Okay.
by the barrel. However, you do observe there is a vineyard behind you, and you have seen them early in the morning when you guys came out. You did see a couple of them with wooden buckets, which you figure you'll probably use that.
Yeah. I grab one of those and rush to fill it up.
So there's right by where Naeris is. There is actually now a bucket that's half full of very almost sparkling grapes within them, of sort of a greenish colour.
I thought you were going to say wine.
Pick it up. Yeah. You pour out the grapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, pour them out. Yeah, and head on over, fill it up. No problem at all. Within a few moments, you got a bucket of water.
I run near the fire.
Okay. Good start.
Place
That's actually quite fucking terrifying.
and place the bucket on the ground.
Hmm?
And place the bucket on the ground. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
And
Place
then?
the bucket on the ground.
That's it.
Well, don't just stand there. Pour the fucking water on there, man.
You can do it.
Make an intimidation check. I literally don't know what else this would be.
17.
17. Don't you know who you're talking to about? It's Pat Galwright of the Halfrach Manufactury. I'm not just some fucking servant who's going to be pouring things. Oh, for fuck's sake! And he just goes
Is that
over
the
and
guy?
just grabs it and throws water onto the carriage. It has little effect, but the carriage is starting to crumble at the top. As you see a couple of beams start collapsing in.
How long has this been?
This has been a few minutes now. So do you guys want to trigger
Can
the
we-
thing now? Smoke is starting
Yeah,
to rise.
can we
We
time
had a
back?
plan.
We'll rewind back a minute or so. Yeah.
So let's do that. Like as the smoke comes up, can we make a general perception check for the guards?
Yeah, do it, yeah.
Have the,
Make
specifically,
a check.
their
Make-
react. How do the guards react?
Well, because the situation's changed, you've got to make another roll.
Cool. What do you
18.
mean? You mean my natural 20 doesn't just make me invincible forever?
Yeah, it's a shame that, isn't it, really?
Okay, that's less good.
18. 18 and 8. Okay, well, so you keep your eyes, you glance over to the fire and you're like, it sounds like children. Like, oh my god, what's going on here? And you, meanwhile, keep your head and look around. You can see that there's the guard at the top of the tower, which fortunately isn't looking in your direction currently, but sees the fire and is starting to just run over to the big bell in the centre. Looks like he's going to start ringing it. You see in the yard that they've caught a glimpse of the smoke as well, and the slaves drop the wood that they were working on, and they're being ushered back inside the quarters beneath you by the guards and by the dogs.
between
You
us.
see one fall over, and the dog just kind of goes for it and pull it off and force them back inside.
Once the slaves are inside, do the guards head towards the main warehouse that we're going to?
So once they're inside, they're currently the bell then starts ringing from up top, and you all hear this great dong dong dong, and more villagers are starting to appear from the tavern, and you're creating quite a scene here. Anyway, you see that the guards with the dogs, they're just looking
realised
up at the smoke, and they're staying
They're
within
not
the
going to find
compound.
any bodies in the fire. They're gonna think the kids are dead.
Okay, you focus on the plan. You focus on your bit of the plan. We'll focus on ours.
When the bell starts ringing, and then shortly after that, the screams stop because it'll have been a minute, and I think that's how long the effect lasts for.
A minute or two, yeah.
Yeah. So so they suddenly just.
So while if the guards are starting to move away, we're gonna start to make our way.
So there's two guards along with 4 dogs in the yard. They are looking at the fire. They are standing basically in the centre of the yard.
Is there a way for us to get to the other rooftop, or to it without going down into the yard?
You reckon, given the distance, you wouldn't be able to jump it. If you had a grappling hook, you could maybe latch it onto the roof and then you could climb up the rope. But there's no way to just jump across. The guards are currently all standing in the centre of the yard and looking up at the smoke. So you figured if you guys were quiet enough, you could probably sneak behind them along the periphery of the warehouse and go round that way.
So can we lower our pull the rope up from the other side? Is there anything we can attach to on the roof?
Not on the roof. It's just a flat roof. However, there is the roof is made of wood, so maybe if you make a chunk in it, you could attach something to that. Or there's the iron barred windows, which you saw when you climbed up.
I'm packing a short sword, and he's got a couple of daggers. Can we not fasten the rope to the end of one of them and then just?
Yeah,
if you just chunk it in the roof, yeah, why not? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll use one of my daggers.
Yep.
So instead of sword, so let's try and stab the dagger into the roof, tie it round the dagger and double check it's secure.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, so just to make sure how forcefully you can just shove it in there, just make a general strength check, just to...
Specialty. 8.
I mean, it's moving a little bit, but you reckon it's in pretty deep, it'll probably be fine.
Yeah, I risked my life on, I'm pretty sure. Okay. So yeah, push it into the roof. You went first up. Shall I go down first?
Sure.
So yeah, I'm going to start to try and make my way down the rope.
Okay.
I mean, that's tipping your hand a little, I think.
I was thinking that was more because of the fire and
Wow.
just getting into quite a big thing.
No,
It
that's
was more suitable.
Soundtrack
to the-
change.
Why did I get an 8 on the one strength check?
So you tie the rope around the dagger and you're going to start climbing down. Who's going?
Yeah.
Who is going first? Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Quite
I'll
right.
go first.
Okay.
Seth first up.
Okay.
What do I need to roll?
I guess for this it can be an acrobatics check.
How far down is it, sorry?
Actually, forget the acrobatics check. This needs to be a stealth check because you're trying to do this without being noticed. You're trying to do it quietly.
No, I can live with that. That's better.
Yeah.
25.
25. Okay, so you just from your pirating days, you slide down the rope, and then it's almost like you're not really holding onto the rope at all. It's just a guide as he guides you down.
I'd stop doing that on stream.
Woo! Straight down to the bottom. You sort of 3-point land.
Yeah.
Bend to the knees. Soften the landing. Seems fine.
Cool. I'm gonna not say anything, but if Brukon's hopefully what can come down, just be like and I'm gonna start to move away from that point, so like move along the wall. So if worst case one of us makes a noise, the other one's not right next to them.
Yeah, sure. So
I'm starting to move towards the main building, so not
So
where
I
they
think
are.
you can
living.
head to the wall of the warehouse, or you can keep hugging the wall of the slave quarters, which you currently.
I'm going to move along the wall to the main warehouse because that's where we need to go, isn't it?
Sure.
Yeah. So start moving on that.
So you go across the kind of opening to the warehouse. Guards, you can see. You now get a better view of them, and you see they're looking at the smoke.
Yeah.
And you're ready for. I was going to say ready to receive, but no, you're ready for Brukon to come down.
Cool. When I get to the other side, I'm also just going to get my dagger out and just prepared in case they start to go towards Brukon. So if one of them starts to go to him if something bad happens, I'm going to throw a dagger at them.
Okay. Alright.
What could possibly go wrong, indeed? Can I not abseil down the rope that we just put in the
Well,
drink?
that's what he did. But if you roll well enough, you can do that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'd like to. Okay. Can I attempt to?
Yes, of course you can. Of course you can. So this is another stealth check. You're trying to keep quiet.
Okay.
Hey Dan, I'm with you.
11.
Okay, so you attempt to abseil down in the same way as this very lithe half-elf did, and you find that you're feeling a little bit unsupported. So you latch onto the rope, and then you hear a creaking from above, and it seems that the dagger's about to give way, and there's a lurch, and you suddenly drop a bit and sort of smack into the stone wall. It's still there, it hasn't broken, but you'll look around for a moment, think you're okay, get down to the floor.
Excellent. Are the guards looking? What sort of direction are they looking? Mine, another one wants to go. What are they?
Well, as you go to look round, you start hearing some barking, and you see a couple of the dogs have turned around. They've caught wind of a noise from in his direction, and they're currently looking towards. They can't see you because you're masked by the corner of the building currently. As you go to look, you hear barking, you duck back in. So you can see there's currently. They're like, hey, what's all that then? You get a good look at the guards here.
Just ask, like, general, like, map-wise, sort of. Can you, where
Yes,
are we?
well, in fact,
No, just where are we, sort of thing? Because what I basically want to do is, if they can't see me, I want to throw my second dagger over somewhere to try and make a noise to distract them in a different direction.
Well, I'll tell you what we should do.
Don't say initiative.
If you can turn to number 5 in the map.
Song sheet. Cookie.
Do you want it double-sided or?
Single-sided, I think it says on it.
Oh yeah, it does.
And if I put Brukon on there, and you can put yourself on at the corner of the warehouse there, and bring this boy into play. Here he is. Pop them in there. So currently you've got guards.
Is this the episode you killed dogs?
No, this is 100% not the episode. This whole plan was around getting the dogs out towards the fire so that we didn't fight dogs.
Should have screamed puppies.
Come right here.
I told you puppies would work better.
So you've got
Kills and fine.
Sorry.
No.
They're Ewoks.
you've got a tabaxi,
Oh, they're Ewoks.
along with 2 dogs. Hang on, that looks wrong.
Yeah. Is it? I mean, I don't think it's us. I think it's the DM. Just a
Oh my
fucking
God.
slot machine. Oh, it's that cockatrice's back.
I had to recycle a couple
Oh,
of things.
there's one non-mutant.
I mean, I'm presenting this like
Presenting like a man.
I ran out of dogs. So
I don't ask Master to
So
do
currently,
anything for a while. I think you're going to need a few minutes for this.
so you're in a
I
somewhat
like the
precarious
comments.
position.
You never know whether one of the dogs is not a kobold in disguise.
So now I'm
There
just
is an
thinking,
entrance to the shop there.
what's the name of that? What's the name of that South Park episode when they get their hands on the like ninja weapons? And then,
Fun times with
Yeah,
weapons, yeah.
yeah.
And Butters is a dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
You never know whether
such a
one of the
good
dogs is
episode.
not a kobold in disguise. That's very true,
I'm
Pebble.
just
It's
waiting
very
for
true.
Man Bear Pig to appear.
So,
Ewoks, kobolds in disguise.
Okay, so
Fighting. Wow.
So from where you currently are, you know that you're relatively exposed on that edge. So if you throw a dagger, there's the log store down that end there, which you can obviously duck behind the wall there, and there's a lean-to. But that would put you in view of the inside of the warehouse because there's no door. It's just a big open.
What's here? Is
That's
this
the
just a shop?
That's the shop.
Any windows there?
No, not on this side.
Damn.
There's just the door.
Where to make a distraction? Is there any way for me to get... So this is a pile of logs here.
Yeah, pile of logs in the log store. There's a couple of scattered logs on the ground in the yard on your... over here.
This would be a great time for a pyromaniac. What's beyond this way?
So you've got the service entrance here
Yeah.
with the reinforced wooden door, and you've got wooden gate, sorry, and then you've got and then it's the edge of the compound about there, and there's the warehouse.
Cool. Is there any way
It's
to
open.
try and throw a dagger sort of over to the back of the log. So it's not
Yeah.
hit the front. I
Yeah.
basically want to throw up
The log
and
store
over.
itself is open. It's completely open other than the wall and the roof.
So like
yeah.
the logs. So I basically want to get it behind the logs so that they have to go inspect rather than just look at it.
From this angle, it'd be very hard to arc it over the logs because of the roof being maybe 6 feet and it being stacked full of logs. But you can try and throw it at the wall behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go for that. So I want to try and throw it that way.
Just triple checking. I don't have line of sight to this.
So what's going on in here? No, you can't see a thing. 6 feet stone wall is in the way, unfortunately.
So I'm going to throw a dagger onto that wall, and then the second I hit it, I'm going to try and move, and then move towards that door and try and open it.
Sure.
What do I roll first?
Okay, so first of all, let's do basically this will be a weapon attack. You're throwing a dagger, did you say?
Yeah.
So that range is going to be a disadvantage on the
Okay.
throw. So I think you got 60 foot disadvantage long range.
Yeah, it's within 30 feet for regular.
I think actually.
No, yeah, so
I've got maths. 14.
14. Okay, so throw a dagger.
Yep.
And it actually sticks in one of the logs.
Okay.
Not one of the furthest forward. It's deep into it.
Yeah.
But rather than hitting the wall that you intended, it hits the logs.
Does it make any type of sound?
Not as loud as the dogs barking, unfortunately.
Fudge.
Just lost a dagger.
That's 2 daggers you've lost now. How many do you have left?
none.
I don't want to fight
yeah,
dogs.
on him, yeah, not on him.
I don't want to fight dogs. Cool. I'm going to try and make my way to the other side of this log pile.
Yep.
So
Well,
try
like,
and get...
sort of hide around the wall.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so just make a stealth check. And you should be able to get there.
Oh, that's actually bad. 14.
14 is enough to avoid the dog's passive perception.
I'm under the camera.
You're under the
yeah.
camera currently, yeah.
He's very
Yeah.
You're out of sight and out of mind. And
He's
there
camera
goes
shy.
There goes my book. That's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Nobody panic! Okay, so yeah, you're currently hidden. So, Brukon. So you hear some dogs barking. They're looking. They are this. You can hear the footsteps as they're coming in your direction. It seems a guard, along with 2 dogs on leashes, coming towards you.
What's the name of the guy?
Any windows near me?
So there's one iron barred window, which is about 6 feet up in the air on the quarters that you're next to. That's it, unfortunately. And there's the rope that you got in.
No, sorry. I mean the windows. Is that this thing marked here, or what's this?
Oh no, that's a door that you're next to.
Oh right, okay.
He's next to... Oh my god.
Sorry, he's next to a door. There's one window on 5 feet away from that, but
Please
there's
don't
a
just
door.
be open.
So window sort of along here somewhere.
Yeah,
Right, okay. Try the door. As I'm next to it.
locked.
Thank God.
Okay. I mean the kind of. Yeah, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna use the monk's master key, aka kung fu, to try and open the door.
Okay, sounds good. Right, so this is gone, but I guess this isn't what, an unarmed strike?
Yes, definitely.
Should we do that
yes.
rather than athletics? Should we do that?
Yes, let's
Okay.
do monk
As you're a monk,
and
you
arm
can do
strikes.
this,
Yeah. I kind of align myself with the chi of the door and
Yeah.
then just fucking beat the shit out of it.
Go for it.
Now, if we're doing this as an unarmed strike,
Yeah.
as in resembling a melee attack,
Yeah,
as a monk,
yeah.
I can make a bonus. I can make another melee attack when I make a melee attack as a bonus action.
That's right, yeah,
Am
yeah.
I cool doing that with this door?
Yeah, switch together. Pow, pow, pow.
Sweet. Do I have to roll to hit it?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You do have to roll to see if you connect and cause damage to it.
Cool. So 2 rolls plus 5. So that's a 24 and a 13.
Pow. 30.
13.
Oh, okay.
1 3.
I was like, 30?
No, not that.
Level 1!
No. Give me time.
Okay, so
Well,
you
powerful
can,
level
so it's obviously a wooden door.
Yeah.
So your first punch connects. The second one, you glance off. You don't do any damage, but you do damage on the first one. So
Yeah.
is that a D4?
D4 for me, yeah.
Plus your
3 with my dex mods.
That's your dex one for
Because
monkey
I'm a monkey martial arts monk. Man.
monkness.
Yeah. So that would be 5.
5 points.
Quality for doors. Hashtag.
Yeah, exactly.
I know how Twitter works, by the way. That's
So
you do the hashtag after. That's how you're all doing it wrong. Anyway,
There's
yeah.
no embedded hashtags. No.
5 damage.
5 damage. Okay, so you managed to punch a hole in the door.
Cool. Is there a latch on the other side that I can try
There's
and
no.
manipulate?
You feel for it. There's no latch. It seems it's just a key. There's just a key.
Oh,
The door
punch-
is
punch
open.
it through.
Can I
Brukon.
finagle the lock so that I can open the door?
You could try.
Yeah, I'd like to try.
Because it's not like it's only. I think it only uses a key. It's not like one that you have a dial behind that you can turn like a latch. It's not like a latch.
Right.
It's just a key
Okay.
and a handle.
But
But you can try and
But
jimmy
I'd
it.
I'd like to turn them.
Yeah, all right. There's no key in the door.
Oh, right, okay.
Sorry, I didn't make that very clear. There's no key in the door. There's a lock. It's a key lock, but there's no key in it.
Right.
You hear the dogs are getting closer. I'd say you've probably got time to put in one more strike against the door, so you can just bust it open off its hinges.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, do it.
2 attempts, 2
Crystal.
again.
Yeah, 2 again. Pow pow. Pow.
16 and a natural 20.
Oh, okay, that's
There's
2
no
hits,
doubt.
one of those being a critical.
Yeah.
But as you roll a natural 20, I'm not going to make you roll damage. So with that final strike, you just, in desperation, you kick the door and it flies open. And inside, you see 7 emaciated-looking slaves.
This is good.
Yeah, 7 guards. No. 7
Guard room.
emaciated-looking slaves who they, as a Burikran resident yourself, these are not the kind of folks you'd expect to see, apart from maybe perhaps in Rundar. There's a couple of tabaxi, a couple of lizard folk, quite a broad-looking half-orc with sort of a deeper sort of green skin than the half-orcs you generally find around here, or from a Ruskin, who tend to be quite pale, and a couple of humans as well, with quite tanned complexions. They definitely don't look
So
like...
yeah, none of these people are locals.
No, they are not local at all, and they're currently all...
You're not from around here.
They currently all have chains, so chained up and manacled hands and feet just to themselves. They're not attached to each other or walls. They're just to restrict their movement, essentially. And there's 7 bunks. Oh, there's 4 bunks. Sorry, there's enough for the 7 of them. And you also see some straw in one corner with a couple of buckets. It's quite squalid where they're living in.
How are these people dressed?
Just rags, essentially. Just sort of sackcloth rags. Nothing on their feet. Looking kind of dirty. The bunks themselves have room underneath them if you're looking to hide. That's probably the only place you could hide in there without going behind all 7 of them if they crowd into a corner.
Yeah. Under a bunk feels like as good an option as any at this stage. So I'll go and try and secrete myself.
So they're not quite sure what to make of you, but make a stealth check to see how well you can hide.
23.
Nice.
I can hide reasonably well.
So you basically go to the furthest bunk away, drop to the floor, roll under, just as you hear the sounds of the guard and 2 dogs entering. And what did you roll for stealth? Sorry?
23.
23, lovely. So they come in, and the dogs are barking away, and I was like, right, what's all this then? What's going on here? This door wasn't like this not long ago. And the slaves are all kind of shifting nervously. One of them, the large half-orc, stands purposefully in front of your bunk. Goes, it's nothing, I sure nothing. And is that so? Well, maybe I should go and see if I can find one of the other guys to come and help me find out and get to the bottom of this. Would you like that? Do it, It's on the floor. Well, maybe the dogs can do the best of this. Okay, fellas, and
Have
they start.
Have you seen chat?
I just saw it. Yeah.
They start untying the dogs, who then start scampering around and start sniffing around inside the room, just following the noses. The slaves start moving awkwardly out the way. They seem quite fearful of these dogs.
Just as a point of order, is it one of the set of dogs or guards from outside that has moved in?
Yeah, well, in fact, hang on. Let's do this properly, shall we?
Yeah.
So I'm
under a bed right now.
Guard is in. Where are the dogs? They in?
Ahead of it.
So the dogs are now dispersed inside there, examining some bunks, and just one of them goes straight over to in the corner where the straw and the buckets are. Starts licking out of it.
Classy.
Hey! Stop doing that! Okay, well, I rolled a 9 and a 2, so they were not, and their detection skills are not particularly great.
Still smells a bit of the ale from last night.
They after a few minutes, the dogs kind of just go back to their master. He's looking around all 7 of the safes. I guess you wouldn't really see this, but I'll say this for effect because you're underneath the bunk. There's something funny going on here. I mean, were you trying to escape? Is that what this was? Because if this was really what you were trying to do, climbing over the roof with a rope is not a great idea. Right. When this is all over,
Can I ask, what is there a response of any kind from Seth when he sees?
that's a good point. There's a little time is going by. Do you want to do something in the meantime?
Because, let's say, I've seen from where I was, I've got a straight line of sight to see Brukon go in.
Yep.
But while they're in and I don't hear anything, I'm not going to move away.
Sure. Okay. So you're just going to stay put and just see what's going to happen.
Yeah,
next.
I've got plans.
Thanks.
If they came out,
Good stuff. Good help. Go team.
I've tried my distractions. I'm out of distraction. If they came out with Brukon,
Are you out of rapier?
I wasn't going to start murdering yet. There are dogs.
But what
Draw
about
the line.
But there's guards as well. Are we, who we now know for a fact are slavers. Are we super concerned about them as well?
I don't want to kill a dog.
I'm not asking. Okay, fine. There are again non-dog based targets in this environment.
I'm not attacking one yet.
Okay, fine. Once again, love being a part of this team.
So they go back to their master. He starts looking around. It's definitely a human. This guy inspecting, and you see that he comes out, yanks on the wood, and after one forceful tug, rope comes down along with your dagger, tumbles it down and goes into the floor. Just fortunately not on the guy. Moves out the way.
Ah, subtlety.
Picks it up.
You are gone.
What is this? I'm going to have to talk to the boss about this, but first...
The boss is outside, isn't he? Yeah.
But first, I'm going to need you all to board up these windows. Now, come on! Out we go! And the slaves, one by one, half-heartedly just are led out into the thing. So you see that now slaves are starting to spill back into the yard.
Yep.
Heading straight towards the log store. So at this point, Seth, you're going to need to make a stealth check.
Cool.
And I suggest you move.
Yeah. So when I see them coming out with everyone, can I move towards the door to try that? Cool. So I'm going to try that door. Do I need to stealth?
You do need to stealth, yes. Most definitely.
20.
20. Okay, so you see them coming up. Okay, shit, I need to get out of here. So you move towards the reinforced wooden door, the service entrance. It's like maybe 15 feet across this door.
Yep.
As you start heading there, you also glance and can see inside the manufactory, and so you get a good picture of what's actually going on inside this warehouse.
Please tell me there's not cards in there.
There are 3 guards who are currently sitting at a table, engaged in a game of dice. There seems to be a lot of coin on the table, along with some other items as well. They seem to be quite engaged with the game that they're doing. In fact, 2 of them, a tabaxi and a human, both look quite annoyed as the third, a red tiefling, is looking very pleased with himself and has a large stack of coins next to him, and they're very much engaged in their dice game.
So our plan to get everyone out has left 3 guards inside and us surrounded by 2 guards and 4 dogs. Cool.
So you get over to the...
Shit, I've just realised the flaw in our plan.
What?
We figured about how to get in. We never figured out how to get back out.
No, that was kind of what all the stuff with the rope and so on was
You
was
also-
for? We did plan for that.
If you make a perception check
I'm now
for me as
thinking
well.
we go prison break and get the slaves on our side.
Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Maybe we should attack these guards.
Yeah, I'm going then. I was still on the stealth part because everyone's like, "You're the rogue, be stealth."
Yeah, and then okay, so
Yeah.
here's how rogues work: you stealthy, they don't know you're there, and then you get a sneak attack, and you fucking kill them.
So can you make a perception check for me just to see what else you can see within the warehouse while you move along?
Shut up. Perception. 5.
Was that a natural one?
5.
It was a natural one.
No, 3.
Doesn't matter. It's an ability check.
No, it's a 3.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you see that there are many crates within the warehouse as well, and there's one larger item which is maybe 10 feet wide, maybe 15 feet deep, covered with a cloth, like a dark bluish cloth, in kind of the centre of the room. Roll a 5, but you do glance what looks like some sort of stone structure, maybe a couple of feet high, on further inside the building. It's maybe 5 feet wide, and it looks circular against one of the walls. You head over to that entrance, to the reinforced door, the service entrance. It doesn't look locked. Doesn't look like there's a lock on it. There is a bar across the door on your side, obviously, because you're inside. Other than that, there is not much else in the yard, because it then goes to the corner of the wall, which then heads along and skirts next to the edge of the warehouse. So there's not a lot of cover where you currently are.
Cool. Fuck it, let's murder.
Yes.
I was still going for stealth plan. My next plan was.
I strongly believe that the murder plan and stealth plan
Yeah.
can be brought together into one beautiful synergistic
No, to be
whole,
fair,
involving a lot of stealthy murder.
To be fair, I was waiting because I didn't think you were going to get out of there unseen. So I thought the second they find you, I was going to come and pretend you were a new employee. I was going to pretend I worked there.
And right, okay.
I was literally going to be like, "What are you doing with him?" It's like, I know he's a bit
I
slow,
was
but
wondering
he's.
where the beer was going to enter into that, the water skin full of beer.
Oh, that was in case I failed on the stealth trip, and I was going to pretend I was a drunk sneaking in somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like it. Cool.
So yeah,
Partially true.
screw stealth. I'm going behind this guy. I'm just going to literally run across, rapier in hand, stab him in the back.
Okie dokie. So obviously the slaves are led out, so the guard is actually obscured by the slaves that head towards the log store, so that helps you. So yeah, I will say you've already rolled a stealth check, so just make an attack roll against the tabaxi there, who's got 2 dogs on a leash.
The completely unaware.
The completely as yet unaware tabaxi.
Is that with advantage?
So you get advantage, yes. And you get sneak attack. Oh yes, as you guys are there, you definitely should be on
Just the
combat camera.
sides, so they can see that I'm not just attacking an Ewok.
Stay.
Oh,
Uh,
they're both the same thing.
15.
15 is a hit, roll damage.
Oh thank God.
There.
These guys are
Stay.
they look lightly armed. Maybe some sort of leather sleeveless armor.
13 damage.
13 damage is enough. So you stab me in the back, you sling his throat.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Skewer him.
As I stab him, at the same time, I'm just going to take hold of the leash and just go, "Good boys." Just let him drop to the side.
I'm going to suggest just rapier through the through one of the intercostal spaces, straight through the ribcage.
Just rapier
into
there,
the heart,
and then just
and
going to
then-
move him to the side
Yeah.
a little bit, take the
the-
lead out his hand
and
as
then
he's falling.
seamlessly replace it.
Yep, just seamlessly replace him.
So you're leading the dogs with you as well.
I've now just got dogs
where
for
are you
leash.
leading them to?
Oh no, I've literally just stabbed him and just taken his place.
Yeah, but where are you putting his body?
He's just fallen to the side.
Oh, he's just falling to the side.
He's just
okay.
falling to the side, off my sword, just to the side. Just
Sleep
gonna
now,
push
sleep
that
now.
off, and just hold the dogs.
Okay. Can you make an animal handling?
Yeah,
Yep.
this is going to require.
With advantage.
Fall short. No advantage.
I'm just gonna ask that. I want that.
I mean,
Always rogue.
it's a miracle you
It
haven't
has-
disadvantage.
I
Am
have
hidden?
0.
Can't get advantage.
I have 0. 13.
13, huh?
I mean, that's probably enough that they don't rip your face off instantly.
13 is exactly what you needed. But currently, they have not noticed that their master has been changed as they're looking in the opposite direction. Passive perception of 13.
So
So.
you're
Cool.
my dogs now.
Cool.
But the slaves, however, they're heading
You've
towards
got
the
an
log store.
audience.
They just kind of all stop suddenly. And they just start looking around. They're not really sure what to make
Is
of
there
this
anything
situation.
near me that I can very quickly tie the dogs to?
There's the door to the shop.
Door here.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yes.
it's on the right-hand side there. That
Yeah.
opened it.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm just going to attempt to just move around and just tie the dogs off onto a door very quickly.
Okay, so as you try to do that, meanwhile, outside, so you guys, so the fire is now out, as guards have rushed out and they've been throwing water on it, and Fleeting has been taking buckets and placing them by the fire without actually helping.
So
That is helping in itself,
definitely.
yes.
when Pat turned up,
Mhm.
number one, did it look like he'd come out some sort of door?
You come out of the shop.
Okay.
The entrance of the shop.
So he's come out and introduced himself basically. Like, do you not know who I am?
Essentially, yeah.
Mr. Pat Gorright. Greetings. I'm Malar Deacon, Malar Shade Creek, and I sort of try and angle him away from the carriage, away from Fleeting, like so he's not looking in that direction. He's not looking your direction. I wish to discuss with you a matter of one certain stonebreaker, and as I turn him around, my arm is just going to gesticulate, like flap behind my back towards the door.
Cool, make a deception check. I mean, this is blatantly
Isn't that,
deception. This is like
Oh, yeah.
definition
-1.
of deception.
It's -1.
Yeah.
Robbie?
Hey!
16.
16. Okay, so you usher him to one side and you make the signal. He
Yeah.
doesn't know. He just go. I think there's something more important matters here, man. Is that there's a carriage on fire?
Oh, no, that's fine. That was my carriage.
It was your carriage.
It owed me some
What are
money.
you doing standing here while your carriage is on fire? I have children inside there.
Oh, no.
Deacon Malar, were you taking some youths of the church round on a trip and you just let them burn to death? I mean, what's going on
Oh,
here?
friend, let me assure you that I heard no such thing, and I just flapped my ears, my big elephantine ears. I heard no such thing. I think you're hearing things through your shop there.
What?
Oh, no, anyway.
You accuse me of hearing things now.
No,
You're I'm
no,
only
no,
45
no.
years old.
Friend,
That's hearing like a bat I have. Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep his attention away from the door.
You're certainly doing that.
Yeah,
He's quite
just-
annoyed with you currently. Actually,
Just drawing
you know,
all that
given that
attention.
he's less than half your height.
Oh, yeah, I am.
He's not best pleased that you are talking down to him to such a level.
Well, you know.
So what are you guys doing as he's gesticulating towards you? What are you doing?
We could make a dash for the door.
To the shop.
I have quite
okay.
a dash. I'm 120 feet away.
Yeah, you got a lot. Well, no. Actually, the vineyard was closer, so
Okay.
it's more like 60 feet. So
60
one dash,
So that's
you
doable.
could get there.
Okay.
That's doable.
Okay.
So that means that you won't be able to stealth across. You're literally going to run. You can stealth over with advantage. You're being assisted. No, it would be assistance on him, but not on the guard. So just a general stealth check.
19.
19. Okay, so you just place down your last bucket. You go, make your excuses, and then you head towards the shop. And nobody seems to be paying any mind because of the now blackened, smoking carriage that the guards are frantically turning over logs, looking for children. So far, finding nothing. But the search goes on as you enter the shop. You are just going to peg it across.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm
And they're
just gonna go
they're
for
just
it.
looking like, hey, stop it! Hey, what are you? What are you doing? Like, yeah.
God,
And
they've accidentally actually caught the person who started the fire.
I haven't rolled anything.
no, but that's because you ran straight across. You couldn't stealth
I
across. You were
sprint
dashing across.
stealthily. Just like
stay in
I
the
sprint
bushes.
on my tiptoes.
They're like, look at-" So you enter the shop first, and then you hear the guards pick up and like, oh, stop her! And you can see that they're running towards the shop. What do you want to do?
Good question.
So I can tell you what the shop looks like as you enter it.
Yes, please.
It's so it was made of wood on the outside, and you see this wood paneling throughout the inside as well. It's there's just quite a large counter at one end, and you can see behind the counter there's also a door on the left-hand side. There's no windows on the back. There's plenty of windows on the side you entered. That's the actual shop front. There's not a lot on display other than sort of simple carpenter's tools and the like, sort of mounted to the wall. And it looks like, just as a display rather than for functional use. Some of which look quite old, antiques perhaps. Other than that, there's a couple of crates to one side, stuff like that. Just general shop items around.
Is there any food in there?
Make a perception check.
That was a sad
12. There is no food, but you do see a barrel that's full of wood shavings, which for a moment you think might be like rice or something, and then that's or porridge, but no, it's actual wood shavings.
Are you stopping for a
Barrel
snack?
full of wood shavings.
Oh yeah.
That's
If
the shop,
anything
right?
screamed fire hazard,
Is it?
Is that the shop?
just saying.
Yeah.
Is that
It was saying that. It was saying
That's
that.
the shop, isn't it?
Yeah, that is the
Okay.
shop. Yeah.
And that's the door with the dog
Oh, okay.
going through. Can I try the door?
You can try the door. Sure, it's not locked. It's not locked. So you
He's
open the
just
door.
leaving me to die.
Not exactly.
Fine.
So are you gonna try the door as in open it, or try the door as in check it's
I
locked?
just want to see if it's locked or not.
It's unlocked.
Okay.
There's no window on the door. It's just a solid wood door with a metal handle, a brass
You
handle.
even know what's on the other side.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is an advanced class in not metagaming right here.
But you hear the shouts getting louder, and you see Naeris now enter the shop and slam the door behind her. Like,
Yeah, sure, also in there.
Oh, I did make it in there.
you ran in there. You ran ahead of them because you got a head start because you literally pegged it there, and they were like, "What?" and took a moment to like, "What?"
I was gonna do an intimidation thingy to get some time to get in.
So you can do a what? Sorry?
I'll save it for later.
Oh, that-
You can do an intimidation thing if you want.
No, for later. I've got another idea.
No, it's fine. I didn't even want to.
I didn't want to fight.
Carriage full of goats. Yeah,
Can we lock the door?
yeah.
I will slam the door. Yeah, is there a ability to lock?
Make an investigation check, and you can look for a key.
Only thing I've just remembered, Warlock guy. The-
Oh, he's still outside. Yes.
Yeah.
It's outside with
Right.
me, so that's fine. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
I've got his stats though, so you can
Yeah,
be responsible if you need him to be.
Well remembered that.
Okay. I might call on him in a minute.
So you can make an investigation check to look for a key. Both of you can if you want.
Oh no!
Oh, that's
Where did that go?
Oh no!
Oh no!
Fleeting, you remember from your times with the Pygmy Goliaths that sometimes the things you're looking for are best hidden, and you immediately shove your hand into this crate full of shavings, and you're just like pulling bits out
It must
to no
be in-
avail.
Well, this was an investigation.
Was it-
Okay, 9.
9. Just start looking around. There's nothing obvious
I don't
where
know,
a key
I-
would be. It does cross your mind that perhaps Pat,
What's your intelligence?
who came out of the shop, may well have the key
so
and
that's
may
not
well
right,
be the owner of the
Okay,
shop.
that's a 10 then.
Alright.
There's a 10. Okay.
15.
Again, you can't. You can't see.
No, you rolled 15.
Can't
but
see a
then,
key
because you're an
anywhere.
elf, you get +1. So,
Okay,
so
okay.
bonus is +3 to intelligence.
10.
10. Unfortunately, you can't see a key anywhere. But you do. It does cross your mind that actually Pat, who left the shop, may well have the key, being the owner. It's possible. But yeah, you kind of look around the counter. There's nothing there. Then there is a quarterstaff below the counter, as well as it looks like an iron chest, which probably has a float in it of some kind.
By the way, the next
As in a
time.
cash float.
Alright.
By the way, the next time we try the burning carriage full of screaming children gambit, Drake's pointed out that goats sound remarkably like children. Not going to ask how he knows this. It's fine.
Not nearly as satisfying.
You live your best life. But that is useful.
It sounds like children or goats are burning. Oh no, kids, because goats is a pun.
Yeah.
It's kids.
It literally has the it has the end of the pun there. And
Yeah. Still, remarkably similar. Anyway,
I'm just hearing the YouTube videos now, screaming goats.
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, you couldn't find the key. The guards are still. You gathered maybe one or two are approaching the shop. What are you going to do?
Burn the door.
I know that's worked quite well so far, but we can't burn everything.
That's blasphemy, sir.
Could I possibly get an action in here?
Yeah, you were outside with
Okay.
Pat. So what do you want to
So I probably heard the door slam, though, right?
Yep.
Okay.
do? And he goes to turn around and you're like,
I'm like, oh no! Now, see now on the subject of hearing things, do you now what's that? And I point off that way, So down the road, and again I try and draw his attention that way. Does he look?
As in pointing up towards the tower?
I'm somewhere out here, right?
Yeah, so you'll be pointing because
I'm
towards the
pointing-
tower, or that way
I'm
would be towards the shop because you obviously
Well, I'm pointing
down the road past the carriage,
past the carriage,
out to the farm.
Just
yard.
yeah.
Yeah.
So does he look in that direction?
And
I
you
just
make a
think
perception check. Really testing you on this
9.
one.
Can he do it?
Well, you manoeuvre him, so he's like looking that way.
There's something.
There's a noise over there. Was he heard a noise from the door? Then you see the guards heading to. There's somebody got into my shop.
No, so I must insist, and I sort of manhandle him to face the other direction.
Grapple check.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about time. That
Have you not got a ranged touch spell of any kind?
Ranged. No, not really. That's going to be 12.
I rolled a 19.
Wow.
To contest it, so he
Oh,
ducks
now
underneath
hang
you,
on.
and he's like, "Hey, hey!" And he starts heading towards the shop.
Okay, so as he's
Oberyn's with you
he's
as well.
now looking away from me,
Yep.
heading towards the shop, I look at the Oberyn and I'm like,
The pink is purple fire, or the oh, right, okay, the sleep one, right? Oh, no.
if he's doing that, he's doing sleep. That's all I can do to him.
Yeah, he's doing sleep. Yeah.
Okay, fine, go.
So he's going to cast sleep on Pat. So he runs towards.
Great.
I really thought you were going to point at Malar then. I was
So,
Are the,
Accidentally put somebody to sleep
are
on
the
our last
guard,
on the
there's
session.
like 2 guards like approaching here.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's windows.
that's a very
on the
good point,
side?
actually, because there are 2 guards. There are windows on the outside, on that side.
Am I
yes.
able to cast through windows?
It depends on the spell, but
Yeah.
if you some of them you can see and then the effect happens rather than
Yeah.
you casting it. Like I think firebolt comes out of your hand and flies off in that direction.
But like,
Or like
create bonfire.
You
don't-
summon the
you just
bonfire
create
from
stuff.
that.
I
that you
mean,
can
I
see.
also got control flames. But the
There
flames
are a lot
out.
of flames
Roll
around.
on
No,
some,
the
like,
flames are
cover
gone.
wood chips.
Are they gone?
Isn't the fire?
Hang
the fire's
on,
out.
guys, this might not be an issue. The Oberyn just rolled well on sleep.
You did 5.
Yeah, but
Oh, it's
the-
5d8,
the
not
other
5d6.
5d8.
I rolled d6s. That's
Were they all
it.
6s? Because if so, we'll take that.
There was a couple of
Yeah.
6s in there, but
Can we keep the 6s?
okay. Keep track of this. 7,
7.
another 9, so that's 16,
Yeah.
18. So with 18,
Just need them all to have like 3 health.
so with 18, you see Pat slump to the ground like mid-rise, like, "You gotta stop!" Falls flat on his face on the ground. The guards, however, are still continuing their pursuit towards the shop.
How close is the Oberyn to me?
It's next to you.
No, the purple thing, that away. Gentlemen! And I sort of gesticulate in where I've just told Leobryn to make strange purple.
I've only. Oh.
Yeah, warlocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he goes.
That could be a cantrip for all I know.
Because
right?
just minor illusion.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's a good point. This is the price of being
Yeah.
sneaky about what you are.
He does a minor illusion this time, so he makes purplish, pinkish. Where are you pointing?
Down the road, away from the shop.
He's got a range of 30 feet, so he'll go as far as he can that
Great.
way, which would
What?
basically be.
Purplish what? Fire?
He makes purplish, pinkish flames that sparkle and like bits
Oh.
of. Oh no, sorry, it's a minor illusion, so it's a static image. Apologies. So he makes a pinkish, purplish tree appear 5 feet away.
Oh, gentlemen, it's the devil's tree. It's
incredibly shiny.
It's quick, join me in prayer. I try and usher them towards it.
Make a deception check against their religion check just to understand what is happening right now.
Ooh, these are getting worse. 5.
Okay, well hang on because I rolled a 6 and I need to check their intelligence.
Come on, negatives.
Oh, it's 0. So what? Really? What?
Would you dare doubt me? And then with thaumaturgy, eyes go red, ground starts to shake, and I project my voice. And I just sort of, would you dare doubt
Is
me?
this an intimidation check?
Sure, yeah, why not?
Okay.
Don't do deception. Is it the same?
It is the same.
Yeah. But you get advantage because obviously you're
Yeah, so-
thaumaturging it.
Yeah.
Thank God.
We'll take 11, yeah.
So your voice echoes out, rumbles across the room. "You do dare da-" Basically, like Gandalf, and
Yeah.
do not take me for some conjurer of cheap tricks, like that. and
then you bang your head on the ceiling.
yeah, on the ceiling of the cave. No, they just look at each other and then look at you. And they go, "Demon! Demon!" Like, and they unsheath their swords.
Uh-oh.
And we're gonna have to roll for initiative.
Oh, shit.
This.
Hang on, have all my
plan.
friends gone inside? Apart from the Oberyn.
Yeah, apart from the Oberyn.
How many guards are out there?
2.
Isn't
Oh, I got this.
He says confidently.
Can everybody roll it?
I would say
I-
currently you can roll, you cannot, given what's going on currently. You have no awareness of what's happening.
Yeah, base plan was
Booped your...
if
No,
they
it's fine,
if they
I'm
took
not
you
worried.
out, I was gonna be like, I was literally going to try and convince them that we were I was the new right hand, and that you were our new muscle.
So you're using this bait, essentially?
No, if you got cool, I was gonna use you as the new muscle, so I was gonna try and make them afraid of you, of
Okay.
messing with you. Basically, you'd broken down a door already,
So,
so I was
Not
like,
very
he wanted
good.
to check the goods.
So the guards got an initiative of 3.
That was the original plan
So
behind
you've got
not
to beat
murdering
3.
them.
I
wanted
mean,
to see what happened
I
when
got
they came
18.
out.
18. Okay, and
Got 7.
7. Okay, so number 2, and number 1
Aw.
for you, and number 3 for me. Marshall's card things. These are great, by the way.
Yeah.
Really useful. Okay, so
Did you roll
so
What's your initiative?
Malar Shade Deacon.
What
Malar
position are you?
Shade it's you first.
Did you tell him?
I would like to hold a spell
Said it.
for the first person that approaches me looking to do me violence.
Hey, what
I'll be
stands
holding the
position?
command spell,
Yeah.
Yes.
and the command will be
You have to say something.
grovel.
Nice command
Just
spell.
check him. What stand position? He got 11.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Dan. There you go.
I just said. thanks.
You're. I'm sorry. I missed you there. 2. You're 2. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
You
Wasn't
don't
paying
have to say it
attention.
out loud.
That's-
I did say. Oh.
Yeah.
Thaumaturgy it.
Okay. So you're holding the command spell.
Yep.
Great. Okay. Cool. So next, Fleeting. Inside the shop. You're currently by the door.
I move to and open the door.
Okay. So you push past Naeris, open the door. You've probably got another 10 feet of movement once you get outside. Do you know what? We probably should change the map for this, shouldn't we? Because you guys, if you want to put all those guys to one side. And I did foresee this eventuality, but I think if you turn to map 2, just check out 2 a second. It should have a road on it. Yeah. Has that got a road on it?
Right at the top.
Yeah. Should we use that side with the road on it then?
Yeah.
This is all you
Yeah,
got.
just put it there. There we go. Take off the odd thing, and we're back. Okay.
Ah,
So let's put you guys in position, and I'll mark out
Down over
the
here.
mine's
edge of the.
disappeared.
You what?
I'll mark out the structures.
You're okay.
So you've got edge
You're
of the
here.
shop.
Oh,
there,
right.
and the wall you can't
But
see.
you
the
guys
wall,
are
but-
inside the shop, right?
Yeah, they're inside the shop.
Right.
You're out in the road. Oh, the Oberyn as well is also with you.
I've got a couple of guards here.
You would be this way,
Okay.
and the guards would be sort of around there, around near the shop entrance. Two of them.
Does Pat have a...
Pat is unconscious, but yes, let's put him out, shall we?
unconscious does not mean not there.
Yeah, he's certainly there.
Rather apt.
Where's the fire? Or the
The fiery carriage. Good point. That's over here.
Over here.
What's left of the carriage in ruins,
We are gonna. That is going to be difficult to replace that.
and you've got the vineyard and stuff down this way.
I want to say it was worth it, but
Thin.
we could have just gone in and murdered them now.
I think it's
Bit of
worked out fine.
farmland here. Okay.
Yay!
Drawing's fun. Okay. So Fleeting, you can get to the door, and then you've got about 10 feet of movement once you get through the door.
Check the sleep spell a sec. Kind of loiter around here.
I'm just going to loiter.
Just going to loiter.
Just be like,
I don't want to just kind of sit in between them and invite it. I'll loiter within 10.
Loiter. Okay. Naeris. So Fleeting, are you readying an attack or a dodge, or because you've got an action?
Yeah, already an attack.
Okay. The condition
Yeah,
being.
when do you unleash it? And what is it?
I will unleash it if someone, what kind of range do they have to come in for me to unleash it?
Fast enough.
Next.
If it's a melee attack, then 5 feet.
Okay, yeah. When someone comes within 5 feet of me,
I'm just gonna hit him with
yeah,
you.
and anyone, literally anyone.
Literally anyone. So if Naeris comes through the door, you're like, oh!
An actual
No.
halfling
So I'm
child.
not going through that.
Speaking of which, it's your turn.
Just to specify when the guards come within.
Yeah.
Dodge is also a totally legitimate
So we
option,
don't
by
know what
the way.
A
happens
small
when the crawling.
halfling child
Especially
comes up
if
to you.
you're
Hiya!
That's
God,
not
it's
off
great.
straight.
No, they're all
Not
starting
gone off yet,
on
so
fire.
we're
Yeah.
just saying what we're about to do and then we see
Yeah.
what happens, okay.
Well, yeah, when they're that.
It's even better if you're a rogue, you can do it for free forever.
Yeah.
Like, rogues are
Bloody
slightly
rogues.
nuts.
Right,
Rogue-
so
Well, it's the fact that you can dodge for free forever.
Yeah, just,
They see me dodging. They hate it.
If I try, so I don't know this, but if I try to go outside in a fiery rage because it really high, like a nice bonus for intimidation, would that give them disadvantage? The guards,
it wouldn't give them disadvantage. You can maybe use your intimidation to try and compel them not to attack you.
Yes.
Yeah. That might be. Try and make them afraid of you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what I got.
So you're gonna like press the digitate to make basically yourself on fire.
Yeah,
Like,
like a fiery demon.
I'd say with the prestidigitation, you can probably make flames appear around your
Yeah.
visage.
Already not quite entirely normal visage.
Eyes glowing, even
Yeah.
brighter sort of thing. All that jazz. And you
All
can just
that.
do it by thinking it because, could have found one weird. So make an intimidation check with advantage because you're on fire. Or seemingly on fire. So roll a d20, roll 2 of them in fact,
Oh.
Yeah,
and take the best result.
Yeah.
You add your intimidation modifier to
Well, that's a natural 20.
There's a natural 20
What?
in there.
So
Is
I
happening?
burst through the door.
First of all, completely on fire.
Burst on the door, hair flailing
Mhm,
in
mhm.
the air, everything just like even my hair turns into fire, crazy red eyes.
I'm picturing that scene from The Incredibles
Another
when Jack
one,
Jack
I know.
goes on fire and just starts crawling across everything.
Jack, you just ruined my epic moment, made me into
So
a baby.
I was definitely
Yeah.
thinking Scarlet Witch, Age of Ultron comes out the door and she's just pissed.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
more badass.
that-
Or like Storm, but on fire.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Eyes
But more
glowing.
like that. I was imagining,
Because
Scarlet Witch
without
comes
the
out, but
crappy
just,
phrase, you know what happens to a toad when it's anyway. Yeah, carry on.
No.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
It's not
X-Men
both
1.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just
Joss
come out
Whedon,
bursting out. I am
Yeah.
really pissed, on fire, and just say, "Who dares challenge me?
Who
Who dares challenge me?" Because that's what I read in books.
And they're both like, ah, Damon, there's another one! It's there go. The two of them. See you.
With the horns.
Just with this, so we've got the booming Loxodon voice and glow, then we've got the on fire high elf, and then we've got a turquoise tiefling. Just
Surely gotta-
nonchalantly exited
Surely
exit
gotta be
the shop and then
approaching-
stands there with an axe.
Who's
And then
hanging out next to the person who's on fire?
And they, yeah. And and Leobrin by you, just.
Surely these dudes are approaching the I don't get paid enough for
Yeah,
this.
that's exactly it. Actually, I was just about to say that. Yeah,
I like this.
they just
Intimidate the
drop
enemies
their
away.
they just drop their swords. And they're like, oh, screw this, and they just start running this way, giving you guys a white
Hey,
bird.
that works.
And they head straight towards the tower.
Here?
Yeah, they're off the map. Do you not? Yeah. So that you dealt with the guards. So that was a very quick encounter. Well done.
Wow. Hooray.
Hooray!
Literally just scared them off.
Yep, literally scared them off. Meanwhile, inside the yard,
Back in the yard.
yeah.
In the yard.
So
So you know the way
my,
is clear.
well, my one's dead. Dogs are tied to the door. Fist
Mhm.
bump.
Oh yeah, you can switch the map back if you like. While you're
Two,
explaining.
right?
Oh, sorry, one of you can do this while
Six.
you're explaining what's
No,
going
5.
on.
Well, we took the place.
Number
back.
5. Number 5. That's the one you want.
Yeah,
so
number-
yeah, you back
Oh
inside.
no.
You went to.
Five out.
Mambo number 5.
It's not far from 6. It's got because it had
We'll
lots
find
of
it.
pen
We'll
on
find
it.
it.
But
Jack,
anyway,
do your thing.
so what you're looking for? So you go to tie up the dogs, but on the door handle essentially to the
Yep.
shop. Meanwhile,
I'm still under a bed.
you're still under a bed. You've seen the slave. The slaves have now exited the building, and the guard with his dogs sort of shepherds the slaves along, and he stops for a second, and you hear, what are you doing? Come on, get to work. and you see him pull out a whip, and he just and leads the dogs.
Rawhide.
Yeah, and goes out of sight. Currently alone inside the safe quarter.
Okay. I emerge from under the bunk bed, dust myself off, have a quick look around.
Mhm.
What do I see?
Okay, so you can do this as a free action because you've already looked anyway, but I'll just tell you. So it's just the bunk beds, 4 of them, straw in one corner with a couple of buckets, which a dog is now licked from. There is not much else in there. There's a wooden roof with a little hole in, which you can see a little bit of daylight coming through, just by the edge near to where the door is. Gathering that's where the dagger was.
Yep.
Not much else in there apart from the iron windows.
Okay. Head over to the door and poke my head around, see what I can see. Have a quick kind of like crane around the door, trying not to be super conspicuous about it.
So what you can see from looking out there is you've got the guard with his back to you and leading 2 dogs, and you can see the slaves are hesitantly heading forwards towards the log store that you spotted earlier when you were doing your reconnaissance.
With his back to me, you say?
Yeah, back to you.
Okay. I think this seems like a good opportunity to go wing chow on this motherfucker. I'm going to run up to him and start trying to pommel him, hopefully just go hog wild on this guy and take him down as soon as possible.
Yeah, alright. So make an
Punch him
attack
in the
with
ear.
advantage because he doesn't
Cool.
know you're there.
Once again, making 2 attacks because monk.
Yeah.
You only think this is a lot of attacks. Okay, first one. This is going to be +5.
Another one.
Yeah, another one. Okay, so that first one was a 23.
23 hits.
These are both unarmed strikes, by the way.
Yep.
I'm not taking out the short sword. This is all
Yeah.
simple fist of fury. And then the second roll is less good. That's a 12.
12 is exactly their armor class, just wearing leather armor.
Sick.
So yeah, 2 hits.
2 hits. Okay, so this +6. Whoops.
Where did the other one go?
It went over here.
Punched it so hard.
Yeah, it's a 1. It's a
Another
1.
dimension.
Okay, so that's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. He's pow, pow.
Yeah.
He drops to his knees. This human guard, but he's still conscious, and he's like, what? He's like, what the? And it's now. Oh, now we should roll for
Yeah,
initiative.
I was gonna say,
forget this is a new encounter. I was
yeah.
just seeing this thing still.
Yeah.
Again, this is just these 2.
Yeah.
So you 3, you'll be collecting yourselves during this.
Yeah, that's a good sound effect for what I just
Profoundly
rolled.
Oh, no, I think it was
suspicious
James.
number of natural
What'd you
20
roll?
so far.
I rolled 5.
3.
Okay, and the
Mine's-
guards
Got
and
high
the
dex,
guards.
though, right?
I rolled a natural 20, so
Mine's
they're
7.
going first. Oh, and the dogs. 18. So you rolled what, sorry?
I rolled
7.
5.
I rolled a 3. My initiative 7.
7 and a 5.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Here you go. Good catch.
Okie dokie. Which means that it's the guard first, who you just punched.
Yeah.
Repeatedly.
Yeah.
It gets. He gets up, turns around with the
You read
whip,
the chat.
and he shouts
Chat.
out, "Boys, we have an intruder!" And whips the whip down on the ground, surprisingly, on the ground by you menacingly before making an attack with it at you. So rolling to hit. Okay, well that's not going to hit because that's a 5 plus plus 3 is not going to hit.
No.
Misses dismally. It makes a nice cracking sound.
Yeah, I make a point of not reacting at all.
You just don't flinch. You
Yeah,
just
just like, and there's literally just a kind of eyebrow, just a really.
and he lets go of the
Really?
and he lets go of the leash, and that's his turn.
Let-
The dogs then. What?
Let's go with the leash.
The leash is for the dogs.
I know.
What do you think I was talking about?
No, I mean
No.
the fact that dogs are free now.
Oh yeah. They're
You
guard
are,
dogs.
you are going to have to kill a dog.
Sef's success condition for this session was not having to fight a dog.
Yeah.
Now
I
it's
mean, you could still not.
surviving a fight with a dog.
Yeah.
But Brukon is over there and it's 3-on-1.
Now let's kill
The dogs start barking loudly, and the ones by you kind of stiffen up and wondering what's going on over there. Anyway, the two of them loose, both head for you. Okay, it's the first one. Ooh, that's not very good either. That's a 7 plus hang on, plus 3, 10 misses. No. Second one attacks you. 13.
No.
Okay, so they're both like rawr, and they try to bite you, and you're just using your monkish ways.
Yeah.
Where are they moving to?
So they're all attacking Brukon. And the two dogs come round this side. Yeah. And he is within 5 feet of him.
He has to stay. Yeah, he has to stay. So the dogs pretty much have to space
He
wise.
let the dogs loose.
Space wise, the dogs have to come to here to get to him because he was about here within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's all good.
So yeah, there's that. That's them. Two by you, wondering what's going on, so they can make a perception check. Okay, and they keen hearing and smell, so they get advantage anyway, but that wasn't as good. So they got 21. So at this point they look at you, and they both.
They don't smell the blood on the sword. No, that's.
And they notice the tabaxi corpse just laying in the yard.
That's probably the bigger giveaway, right?
Yeah,
No.
they smell it. They smell the fresh blood, and you can see the kind of bloodlust as their eyes kind of glaze over.
Remember how you went down to
The
those
brow
two
of
rats?
these mastiffs starts to furrow. They look up at you.
Well, profoundly suspicious number of natural 20s so far. One more, and I'm reporting you all to Satan's sparkly tree.
Yeah, well, you heard it here first. Okay, so that's their turn because they used their turn to look. So next,
Me.
Yep.
So I can see that he's been surrounded, so I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20.
pushing through the slaves.
25.
Yep.
Get into him and going to attack him.
You push yourself one more on your flank, and then you'll get advantage.
Oh,
So you can go.
I was going to say.
So-
Flanking, man. Come on.
cool. So, attack him.
Yep, you got advantage.
With 2 rolls.
17.
17's going to hit.
8 damage.
Okay, and with that you slay the remaining guard.
Was he just kind of like slumps down and just looking at you on the inside?
How are you going to dispatch this one?
Asgard literally just rapier straight stab right through the right bottom of the spine, going slightly upwards, so it comes out like that.
Shoots out like,
Yeah.
and he just drops the whip.
Yep.
Not like this.
Got this now.
Dying words can be confusing things. Okay, yeah. So you do that. That's your turn, unless you need to.
Is there any way that I can use my bonus action to attempt to hide with the slaves all around me? So like step back a little bit, attempt to
blend.
blend.
In an Assassin's
Where are you hiding
Creed
from?
fashion.
Dogs.
Well, not with the amount of movement you've got left.
Oh yeah, that,
'Cause you only
I
have-
stay still and I'm like, hide.
Yeah,
The next
and
big
you
box.
are within range of
Dogs don't have
one
those
dog,
permanents,
so-
right? I can just.
Go. Yeah, I'll just stay there then.
Okay. Okay, so Brukon, it's you.
But it's me.
And there are only dogs left.
I'm going to go Jurassic World Chris Pratt on the dogs.
And you try and calm them, are
Yeah.
you? So make an animal
handling
handling.
check.
Yeah.
My animal handling is not great, but it's not bad. Let's see what we got.
It's indeed a great game.
We got a 16.
16, okay. I'm going to use this against their. Yep, that's a 2 on the dice. So, yeah, they kind of regard you a little bit, uneasily.
I'm going to say that so I've got my explorer's pack, and I'm going to say that trail rations potentially might include biscuits, hardtack, and so on. I kind of very slowly, without making any kind of sudden movements, I just kind of reach, and I just grab a little bit, and I just kind of offer it out as a little sort of peace offering, well, one to each, in fact, one to each of the 2 dogs. I'm just kind of like, see, I have food. How bad can I be?
You can roll again if you want. That'll give you advantage on that.
Okay, so that's 21.
Very well, yeah. And they start sniffing it, and it's there you go.
Look at
They start sniffing the rations in your hand. It's then the guard's dead. It's then their turn, and those two start just softly. They just take the treats from you, and they start eating them. The other two, however, bark really loudly, just barking away crazily, and they run at you.
They're
So currently,
tied.
You're tied to a door, aren't they?
Yeah, they're tied to a door.
They're going to attempt to run at you. I forgot they were tied to the door. That's a good point.
I didn't.
That's okay, that's why we're here.
I should have made them reaction attack you. Never mind. Okay. 18 on the dice is enough to.
It was a sturdy knot.
You didn't
I'm
roll.
sure.
To be fair, you didn't roll for it. There's no. We have
There was no check for that.
I know.
No way of
I
knowing
was hoping
that's
you'd forget
No
that.
opposable thumbs. How do they?
And
do it?
and the other one, I rolled an 18 as well, 2 18s. So they you hear as the leather leash
Where are they? How,
snaps.
what's their movement?
40 feet.
Yeah.
So they
Small.
both run up to you and attack.
Oh, hi, buddy.
First one does a 15 hit.
Yeah.
Okay, a 15 does hit. So you take
Oh, this is it. It's totally is.
6 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Strength, as we know, is a primary stat of rogues. Oh no! Wait a minute. It's the other thing.
3.
Yeah.
You also go prone as it lunges, bites into you, knocking you down. The second one then attacks while
How
you're
much
on the
damage did I
ground.
take?
You took 6 points of piercing damage.
Oh,
The second
body.
one then attacks you while you're on the ground. Okay, 18 on the dice will hit. So you then take another 4 points of piercing damage.
Jesus.
Okay.
Dogs are about to die?
Some of
And
them
they're both like tearing into you.
Some things, but
And alternately, while the second one bites into you, the first one's then barking out, and they're causing quite a disturbance.
Being balked to death.
Okay, so it's now your turn.
So I'm just establishing the stealthiness of this mission out the fucking window, right?
It is currently, yes.
Yeah, cool. Taking the horn out, and right at the dog's face is still prone. I'm going to blow the horn.
Make a performance check. Never used the horn before, as far as
It's
I know.
not hard. It's one horn.
It's a musical instrument. There's a skill to it. Roll a performance check.
It's
Let's see
not.
how
It's
well
not.
you've,
It's not like an instrument. It's literally just a
yeah,
horn.
I
just-
technically
roll
there's-
it.
There's a breathing technique.
10.
So that sounds quite quiet, but then you get it. Actually, you're quite hesitant at first, but then you get louder as you go, and yeah, you blast it in their faces. They're seemingly unperturbed as they lash out at you again, trying to bite
Stop
you.
playing Flight of the Bumblebee.
As a point of interjection, do we hear that outside?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you clearly hear that, as
Okay.
well as the barking before it
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
And I don't know if he showed the horn to any of you.
No, good point.
So, but you do hear a horn
Do
from
hear a
inside. I would say at this point you can put 2 and 2 together as there's something has happened.
I was hoping that was going to be intimidation for just blowing a horn. Not trying to feel that that's fine. So
I mean,
I'm gonna-
the human space maybe. The
I'm
dogs,
going to
it's-
use my movement to stand up. Cool. I'm going to die to more fucking
And
animals.
can you guys roll? Can you 3 roll initiative while you're?
Oh, that's good.
So, I got 5.
10,
18.
Try.
18.
Really
I saw an
hard.
11. I was like, I'm pretty sure
No,
it's
no,
dexterity.
I booped it.
What? 10 for fleeting and
5.
5. Okay, you rolled on your initiative. I think you were about the same. So you were there.
In fact, I literally was 5. Yeah.
Yeah. So oh, this is annoying. You were 10. So can I give you the 4? You're the 5 and you're the 6. We worked that out. It was totally fine. No problems. And then I also rolled an 8 for the next person to enter the thing. So
What?
I'm going to give you a 7, and I'm going to give you a 6, and I'm going to take the 5.
Lucky number 7.
Okie dokie.
That is a weird film.
So
Looking
so
at seven.
so it's your turn still. Carry
Yeah.
on.
I'm trying to. So I'm got half my movement left, so I'm gonna have to use my bonus action to disengage. And got 15 feet left.
Mhm.
I can literally just get to the other side of them.
Or you can get You could get inside the slave quarters just, I think.
There's a dog right at the entrance.
Yeah, it's
It's
No,
friendly.
that's friendly.
It's friendly.
It's currently friendly, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
just prattling it. So.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Just give me a second while I mount the webcam.
Yeah.
And then we'll
Just gonna get to the other side. Yeah.
Yeah, so you do manage to get inside. Is that your turn?
Yeah. I have nothing left.
Cool. Next is Fleeting.
Where am I just outside?
So you're currently just outside the shop. You were literally just outside the shop because you sidled on over the side and just kind of grinned while 2 guards ran away.
That was great fun. How far can I get?
You don't have the camera for the map on.
That's a good point. Let's put it on. Here we are. Bring it in close, guys. Let's see what's going on.
I'm gonna kill those Ewoks.
So the door to the shop's there.
With no dogs attached to it.
With currently no dogs attached to it. And it's closed.
How close can I get?
Well, in fact, no, the door would have been open. But anyway, you
Yeah.
can get another 10 feet closer. So two squares.
Can I move diagonally?
Mm-hmm.
Already a dodge.
I can just come in. You come into battle. No one's looking at you. Can't touch me.
Well, that's actually
Serpentine.
not a bad idea.
It's like I've got 10 feet
Wait,
left.
what do you mean?
One. No one's gonna see me.
Because on hearing the horn, 2 guards appear. 2 of these bandits appear. Round the corner, they see you,
Can I?
ready their light crossbows and take shots at you. You have, where you're positioned now, I'd say you have partial cover because of the slaves there, so that gives you +2 to your AC.
Human shield.
Meat shields.
Literal meat shields here. Okay, so the first one takes a shot. Does a 16 hit.
Did you say +2 to the
+2 to your AC.
Miss.
Miss. That's not low enough to hit the slaves. Not intending to hit them. Second one. Shit. 6. Hits one of the slaves. Doing 2 points of damage. So it's just here saying, ah! There's like an arrow protruding out its back, still up, but looking more dishevelled than before. And you kind of think, well, I was lucky. Weirdly. That's the 2 of them. They got to there. Okay, next is Brukon.
Are the dogs, the 2 dogs closest to me, the ones I successfully handled,
So far, yeah.
are they are what, preoccupied with the biscuits.
Currently, yep.
Sweet.
With your dog biscuits.
So for the time being, we can probably park them. 2 dogs that were on Sef. What are they? What's happening with them?
Oh, they're
Slavering
they're
and-
slavering. There's
slavering
blood
and frothing.
dripping from their mouths.
My blood.
These are quite big, stocky mastiffs.
Yeah. Okay.
Leering.
Are they? Have they sort of? Are they looking at me at all? What's their?
They're looking at the half elf who just ran by you. So yeah, kind of in both of your direction.
Cool. Okay. Bit low on options here. And we used my rope for the abseil, so I am.
The rope is no longer there.
That's true. The rope's on the floor, caught on the floor behind me with a dagger attached to it, isn't it?
With dead guys got it.
Oh, dead guys.
Well, it's
got
next to him, isn't it? 'Cause
He pulled it off and
yeah. He wouldn't have.
holding on to the rope. But
Yeah.
yeah, the dagger's on the floor.
Yeah. Okay.
Tense music.
Yeah.
Got this.
Because I too am generally speaking against animal cruelty. Unless it's funny, obviously.
Can you not try and crisp prep the other 2?
It's worth. I mean, it did work that one time. Any reason to assume it
Obviously,
wouldn't work?
yeah.
You know, if only punch them in the head if they attack you. Try other
Yeah.
options
Or like a
first.
sleeper hold.
I like the idea that I'm just going to end this session multi-classing into Beastmaster Ranger. Sorry, but
Yeah.
maybe that's how this is going to roll.
Did you roll initiative for the
Yeah,
other?
let's try the old
Leo
Chris
Bryn.
Pratt.
Oh, I didn't roll for Leo Bryn.
He's outside guarding. Fuck that noise. We tapped him up on
We've got
spells.
enough- yeah,
He's
there's-
used to
there's
this
enough-
now.
There's
That
enough
husk-
people
He's
in
got
there.
Eldritch Blast, but anyway.
Oh, okay.
There's enough people in the
I thought
initiative
he-
order
did he
already.
use to
Thank
spell?
God. Yeah, let's give the old animal handling Chris Pratt maneuver a workout. Let's abuse this mechanic
I was
maliciously
thinking
until
sleep on
it's
the
not
spot.
working.
Do it!
Maybe.
Okay.
Oh, we have a suggestion from chat. Tie the rope around the guard's neck, throw it over the dagger stuck in the roof, put some pedigree chum on the other end of the rope, and one of the dogs will clamp onto it, yanking the guard up into the air. I mean, that would look great, but...
It
But
would.
didn't
Yeah.
we
Wow.
lose the dagger in the roof already?
Yeah,
No,
that came
it's on
down.
the floor.
Pulled
it down, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. That's a phenomenal idea, which I will do another time. It's too good. I would sully it by the plan of that perfection by actually trying to do it. So instead, I'm gonna not do that,
Bro.
and I'm gonna try and charm the fuck out of these dogs again until I become Dog Lord. Right. So animal handling 60. Same thing I rolled before.
Easier go on, everybody.
Charming motherfucker.
Literally going.
Yeah, that's enough. It gets you get out more after you do exactly the same pose as before.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like,
If it ain't broke. And they regard
Kind of like,
you
well, I guess
suspiciously.
yeah, and they
As
just look at me.
suspicious dogs can regard people. That's. Are you doing anything else? Just move you so you're up by them, I'd say.
Yeah. So that'd be what? He's a corpse. Okay.
Yeah,
so
you can just
that'd be
walk over
10,
him.
15. So I've still got 10 feet of movement.
Step over the corpse.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
Ewoks.
Yeah, I
Good
step on his chest and he just goes "Bleh," as I walk over him. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. So the dogs are now kind of like sort of not
For now.
seconds from attacking.
Hmm.
I don't think I've.
That'll be two
Sorry.
2 days of rations you've used so far.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm used to going with that as a monk. I'm just really sorry about this, but I just want to quickly refamiliarise myself with the contents of the Explorer's Pack. I don't think it's going to have
What was it you were
what I'm
looking
hoping
for?
for. Hoping for manacles.
No, I think a Dungeoneer's pack possibly,
Or
but
something,
Explorer's pack
or
doesn't
some
have it.
other.
You'll have
You've
rope.
got rope. 50
Yeah.
Well, I
feet.
don't. The trouble is, I don't anymore. Tinderbox, bedroll, biscuit, does rations, wood skin. There's not a lot I can do with that.
Tie the dogs up.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't make you good.
So we've got Dog Whisperer, Horse Whisperer. I'm intrigued to see what the next animal that comes up that you guys try to handle.
I'm not a rat whisperer.
Rat
We
food.
gathered that. Yeah. Rat chum.
I'm gonna start hating animals at this rate for my character.
Well, that'll simplify things a lot because then we can just attack them.
So is that your go?
I'm gonna. The only other thing I'm gonna do, if I can, is dodge.
Oh, so yeah, do the dodge, yeah. That's fine. So next, Naeris. So again, it will take most of your. It will take 20 feet of your movement to get through the shop. So you have about 10 when you get to the door.
And these guys are still here, so they're
Yeah.
okay for now.
Although
they're not-
I'd
they're
say
not-
from you entering, you probably wouldn't even see the dogs from
Yeah.
the amount of time you've got.
You come out here and you see crossbows being pointed at slaves and fleeting.
Disadvantage against you anyway.
1 second. I mean, yeah. I'm very. Basically, I come out there very confused and not wanting to set any people on fire, but I see that. Evil.
There may be
But
no
you're basically peeping out of that slavery. Do it.
Yeah.
Just while you're bleeding.
Just Emperor Palpatine in the slave's quarters. Like, do it.
I mean, we still
It's
have
just
these
Chinese whispers. I whispered to Brukon. It's like, do it. He whispers to a slave, do it. Slowly gets passed along, and it's like,
Get baby
don't
face.
do it.
Miraculously, all within 6 seconds that happens.
Get baby face. Get baby face. Get baby face.
The ultimate Chinese whispers.
Oh, we have babyface.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right, I'm right next.
Really hoping someone else was
door.
going to clock that.
Choices,
I'm tempted.
choices,
Yeah, I'm
choices.
tempted because I don't want to set all those poor slaves on fire.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to intimidate people again.
Do it.
Firebolt doesn't have a range that you can just hit the person. You won't. It doesn't have a radius.
No, it's,
Okay,
no,
so I
it's
just-
one target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Oh,
you
okay.
can,
Oh,
you can
okay.
fight.
Just so you know.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
totally
It's not
fight one.
fireball, which is an area of effect.
If you miss catastrophically, there's a chance you might accidentally tag a slave or something. But
Yeah, if you roll a 1, you might hit a slave.
Okay.
But,
Oh,
you
it's
know.
just mine.
Maybe.
Okay, then I cast Firebolt at
Okay.
the closest.
At the
guard.
tabaxi.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cat man. Okay, so roll a spell attack and add to your modify whatever that is for your spell
Should be
attack.
+2 and your proficiency, so +4. So this +4. Nice, 20. Not natural, but 20.
16.
Proficiency +2 and her primary spellcasting ability is 15. It's charisma.
Yeah, so
Okay.
she didn't roll a natural
Oh,
20
yeah, yeah,
chat,
yeah,
so you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
need to tell the demon sparkling
Yeah, got
tree.
you. That'll hit. That'll hit. Roll damage.
D10. So-
Where is it? This one.
Nice, 8.
Is it
80 damage.
80 damage.
Dude explode.
It's like, where's the tabaxi?
Yeah.
There's no, there's just tabaxi jam.
Oh! As the tabaxi's fur starts to
Nice.
catch its fire and do damage to it, it's still up and manged and looking quite annoyed.
Demon sparkly tree is on the
The
line.
tips of its
holding.
ears burnt off.
Sizzling,
Waiting.
Yeah.
little bits of smoke coming up, little bits. Tim Sparking Tree is on the line, holding and waiting until the next 20 comes up. Okay, so are you doing anything else, or is that your turn?
What could,
You've used the spell,
Well-
you've
Yeah,
moved.
so, yeah.
Can I
Your-
move again?
I think you've
You've
that's
used
your
your
10 more
movement.
feet?
No,
No, that
you've
was
done your 10
you had
feet.
10 feet from
You've
there,
used all your movement.
Alright.
so you
So then
would have
that's-
the
then
10
So that's
feet
your
from
turn.
that.
So finally, for this bottom of the order,
Yeah.
next to you outside is Malar. We should go help them. And he starts running towards the. He gets as far because you guys are a bit further away. He would get 10 feet away from the door.
So about there?
Yeah, about there. Yeah. Done. He can use his action to dash actually, so he'll dash in there.
10,
And
15,
go, oh no, and go behind Naeris.
20.
And he'll stay there.
It'd be very nice if you could sleep.
I don't think he's got any cool bonus action things
Mm,
so
just
far as a level 1
No,
warlock.
warlocks at level 1.
And then
Yeah.
top of the round again, so we're back to Malar.
Malar's going to run in.
5. You would have.
Yeah.
You would be 15 feet
yeah.
so about there because you would have been same position.
And there's no windows on the back of this thing. I will just dash. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Just. I'm looking at these two
Mhm.
chaps. That's my turn. That's all I got.
And the slaves start dispersing as you run in there, and they're not really sure where to go. Some of them are heading towards the log store, some of them are heading towards the reinforced service entrance.
Is it
None
free-
of them are heading towards the slaves' quarters.
Is it a free action to draw my quarterstaff, or is that an action?
Yeah, free action. You
Quarter
can
staff is
draw
out.
one weapon, that's
Yep.
fine.
Cool. Turn.
Or sheath one weapon. Unless you've got the feet switch, means you can
I'm
do
done.
two. You're done. Next is the dogs. Make that check. They're still happily munching away. 2 of them. The other 2. The other 2 are the 2 that you just offered to. Have second thoughts. They take the food, and then they want more.
Okay.
They want more, and they go straight for your hands and go to bite your hands.
Shit.
With disadvantage because I'm dodging.
Yep. Thank you. Well, that's not going to hit. 7, and the other one both miss. They're now volatile again. That's their turn. And the other 2 have eaten their rations and are now looking up and just wondering what's going on.
Cool.
So, Seth.
Cool. So if I come out here, can I see that they've
Yeah,
look
you can see what's
volatile
going on.
again?
Yeah. You see
Cool,
them
so-
lunging at Brukon. Yeah.
I'm going to come towards this one, and I'm going to attack it.
Do it.
Alrighty,
Yep, come on, do it.
do it.
Do it!
Your thing
Character
is
development.
fighting animals. You've told me this on a couple of different occasions.
It's monster.
Fight
Fighting
these.
monsters.
These are monsters, they're trying to kill you!
They're puppies. 17.
They're about to be dead.
17 to hit.
So I get sneak attack because I've got an ally within
Yep,
range
yep,
that's
yep.
attacking them.
Hang on, a willing ally, but you're fine.
9 damage.
9 damage. Kill it. Slay the dog. Just
I'm just
skewer it like a
Taking
wild
it off,
boar.
there we go, get rid of it.
You killed Chewie.
Aw.
Who killed Chewie?
I look at you and I just-
Chewie!
No.
I look at you and I'm like, dude!
You just hear one of the. You hear one
It
of.
was going to attack. I've got the bite. It was going to hit you.
You hear the one remaining human guard who's got an eye patch over you. Just hear him shout, "Wilson!"
By the way, how
I'm
are you
sorry.
looking now that you're out and about?
I'm on 5.
Okay.
I'm on her potential hit points if she didn't recalculate it before.
That's
I
good
mean,
job
that
you
would have killed
recalculated
that hit would have killed me.
So next, fleeting
Oh,
fleeting moment of madness.
good for these guys. Is he alive or dead?
They're both alive. Sorry, yes, so top heavy.
Oh, go.
Have you got any more of the base things?
Yep.
2 bushers.
Sorry, actually, just at the end of my turn, can I actually just use my dash?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes.
No, I didn't think
Look at
about
the
it.
comments.
So
Look at
5,
the comments.
10, 15, 20.
Christmas tree is watching. Yeah, you can
No,
dash
demon
it out of
tree.
the way.
Sparkly
That's
demon
fine.
tree.
Although you would have been in melee range of the other two, so
I
you
would've
get
been-
an opportunity attack.
Oh, would they?
Yeah. Because they're side by side, those two.
Alright, fine, so.
But you can bonus action something else. Okay, so you can run up and attack, are you?
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. Roll to attack. I was not saying roll for damage. I was like, no,
Sure,
hang on,
it's
let's
not
make sure he
Leroy.
hits first.
10.
10 misses.
Hang on. Was that a melee? That was the melee attack.
Yes.
What's your strength?
13.
13.
So plus 1.
So yeah, plus 3. So
Plus
yeah.
3. Anything else you want to do?
Party are weird.
Level 1s.
He's charismatic as hell.
It's a paladin with plus 1 strength modifier.
Is that your? Are
kind
you doing
of
anything else
throwing
this
me off a
turn?
bit.
I don't think I can do anything.
charisma, so.
If you've got any bonus actions, you can do those, but other than that, I don't think so.
No.
Cool. So next is on my chart.
Is the
Oh, it's the guards. Yes,
guards.
you're right. Thank you. That's Leo. Okay. So one, you go to attack. You miss. So you miss. He drops his crossbow. He pulls out a
You get
scimitar.
advantage on the attack. So you get to roll 2
He goes
dice.
to slash at you with it. Again, this is it's not. Scimitars aren't local to Buracrin. This is they're definitely not from around here. They're not from around here. Roll a natural 20. Doubles the damage. So doubles the damage dice.
Goodbye, my old friend.
Gets a big old hit on you with a scimitar,
Hang on.
but roll 2 1s on the dice. So that
It's
does
kind of a real roller coaster of emotion.
Yeah, I know.
3 points of slashing damage.
natural 20 for 3.
As the
Also-
because scimitars aren't very good against armor, so it just
Also, what wasn't Fleeting Look dodging?
he wasn't this turn.
No, okay.
Is he attacked?
He attacked, yeah. So that's the first one. Second,
Oh yeah, of course. Because when
second one goes to attack you.
No, the demon tree saw
Can
that.
you move the eye patch one so he's also there?
What?
In fact, no, he's going to round
Safety tree.
behind
Yeah.
him to try and flank him.
Yeah,
Oh, brilliant.
Because they can flank too.
they can.
16 on the dice does 19 hit.
Yes.
Worth checking with paladins. Again, a scimitar. This time, 5 points of slashing damage as you get cut in the back in the sort of weak spot of your armor.
How you looking,
Thanks.
man?
Worse than
Not
me.
amazing.
Amazing. That's their go. So next
6.
Brukon of the Yukon.
Okay.
What?
These dogs, or rather, this dog is now hostile.
Yep, that's right. The one that's there that's looking at you.
Well, that's annoying.
It's my natural 20. It's not the same as the player's natural 20.
How does so I'm seeing the fight involving Fleeting Look unfold
Yeah.
in front of me.
Yeah, because the slaves are starting to disperse, so it's getting a bit clearer what's. Sorry.
Now I'm obviously not able to kind of like see the numbers appear over Fleeting Look's head as the hits come in. But how? So there's a concept in D&D of being bloodied, which means below half your hit points.
Yes.
Does Fleeting Look?
He staggers. Yeah.
Yeah,
You see that he's taken a couple of
that was
hits.
a significant bit of damage you just took.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Priority-wise, then that the guy squaring off against two armed opponents who are flanking him looks to me to be way more significant than
The one
the ultimate doggy showdown taking place in front of me. So I'm gonna.
You're gonna let Seth deal with that.
Yeah, he's demonstrated
He's
profound
killed one.
an aptitude for murdering dogs. So I'm just gonna let him do.
I don't want that reputation.
You plough your furrow, dude. Let the real
Horse
let your,
whisperer,
let your
dog
freak
killer.
flag fly, and I am gonna come around here. So let's go with one. Hang on. So we'll say that's 1, 2, and yeah, I'm just gonna have to trigger an attack of opportunity here.
Yep,
Let's,
from the
so
dog.
I'll go to hang on. So that was 1, 2, 3. So I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
And then 4, which does trigger it now.
Does a 15 hit?
No.
Oh, good, because otherwise it could have made you go prone, which would have been
It
really
could.
bad.
It could, yeah, but no. And then final bit of movement. This is not going to get me flanking, but it is going to set me up to get flanking in the near future.
Yep.
And I'm going to just wail on this dude.
Or as Rudy would say,
And given that I don't know what's been going on out there, Fleeting Look is just taking quite a lot of damage. Things are about to go a bit crazy pants.
the turquoise tiefling is now looking slightly redder than he was before.
Yeah. More sort of...
Sort of a mauve
I'm
almost.
just a bit worried because the dog's before me.
What's your max
do I-
HP?
No, I'm going to hang on to it, so I'm just going to make the attack. So, but what I am going to do is, as I make the attack, is draw my short sword. I'm going Dark Wind Duck on this one and going lift. So I'm going to up the damage output a little bit.
Using your monk weapon, love it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, more to the point, as a short sword, it's D6 damage, whereas
Yes,
monk
of course.
weapon will be only D4. So, in theory,
Oh, right,
could do
gotcha,
a bit
yeah.
more damage. So yeah, we're going to make a roll with it, and the short sword will be the sort of turquoise, purpley.
Well,
kind
you've
of-
got flanking advantage, so...
Do I?
Yeah, because he's engaging the other guy, so I'd say you've got flanking.
Oh, sensational. Okay,
Sensational.
well then, so we'll roll 2 at a time, but for each attack in sequence. So short sword first. That would be 16.
16 hits.
Okay, and then second roll for the unarmed attack. That will be 22.
22, that hits as well. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so d6 and a d4 plus 6. Whoops. Okay, so that's 12 points of damage.
That you slay him. It's that's
Cool, so-
it's a bloodbath.
Red die goes.
Murder!
The guy with the eye patch, his final eye closes forever. And he only had 11 hit points. Got him. Nice hit.
Got him. Yep. He's down. Cool. And that's me.
Nice. And were you trying to kill him, or were you trying to knock him on punches? Because of course you're an unstrike, you can knock him on punches.
I'm just trying to take this guy out.
Murder.
I'm taking this guy out, and I'm playing with edged weaponry. I'm gonna say
Okay.
that I'm okay with him dying.
Excellent. Next, that's
He's a
Naeris.
slaver.
He deserves to be killed.
I'm not feeling super incentivized to pull my punches on this one.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Right.
You've got a smoking tabaxi by.
I'm thinking they're not
You're looking
backing
nice.
down. I'm reluctantly cast another firebolt. This is too much.
The red glow from your eyes disappears this time as you kind of feel slightly jaded, but still.
Because
Alright
I've
then.
never seen this kind of murder. There's dogs. What's the body count?
Well, there was
I
a
didn't
dead
sign up
tabaxi
for
when you
this.
came in. That was on the
2,
floor.
3, 4.
There's got to be 4 or 5
three
corpses
dead.
currently.
3 humanoids down so far. Sorry, 3 humanoids dead so far in here. Plus
The
Pat.
dog.
Pat is
It's
asleep
not as
outside.
Chat says. It's not too late for the pedigree chum plan, but
So I'm just here thinking, this is not what I signed up for.
Christmas tree plus screaming baby equals.
that's because I rolled a natural 20. That was the reaction to that.
Oh, it's, oh right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Satan tree. Sparkly Satan tree. This
Sparkly.
Is it, so the,
No,
like
green.
on
It
the
was
Satan
so
tree.
like
So
3
the
minutes
equivalent
ago,
of the
guys.
on a Satan tree, the equivalent of the angel on the Christmas tree is a baby.
I mean,
I mean
you
that
have
makes
to think-
sense.
I mean, the Antichrist.
Well,
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we did like
3
kids on
sixes on
fire,
his head.
kids on
Anyway.
fire in a carriage, and then a tree appeared.
Yeah, it's true. So anyway,
Yes.
as you were firebolting,
Yes,
Yeah.
firebolting at the tabaxi.
4, 60.
16.
16 hits,
Yay!
12 damage.
But
Oh yeah, it's a D10.
I'm not going to do very limited palette of emotions here.
2.
I was like 20.
So,
2 points of damage again. Hits with fire. He manages to move out and still gets hit, but not
Same,
not
without
so
the
much damage this
computer.
time.
Oh, right, okay.
Are you doing anything else? Are you moving at all?
I am going to move just, well, basically within view of the dogs.
Okay.
Of the dog. Yeah, dogs. Just in case, so.
A dog's life.
Yeah. 3. Is here. I don't know. What's that? That was 15 feet.
Okie dokie. Okay, that's your turn. So next is the one remaining guard there, the Tabaxi, who's now incredibly singed, blackened, bits of red as well. He drops his his scimitar to the ground. He goes, "It's not worth this." He uses action to disengage, and then he's going to use the Tabaxi feature of being able to double their movement anyway for a turn, and he's going to peg it straight towards the service entrance down here, around the back of the camera.
Activates nitrous and
And he's going to make a little check to see if he can jump over the old
Tokyo
wall.
drifts out of here.
So you can jump over the gate. The reinforced gate isn't as high as the walls. It's maybe 4 or 5
Useful
feet high.
information.
Yes, I believed it was touched on last week, but okay. So he's going to try and.
Yeah, there wasn't a
jump
complaint. I'm just saying.
over. Oh no!
Guys, note.
Note.
Reinforced gate lower than wall.
yeah,
Okay, that was terrible. He rolled a 5. So he tries to scramble the one, and his claws dig in, and yeah. Oh no, they've got climbing speed, so it's fine. But he doesn't. He scrambles over the wall, and it's all very half-hearted and haphazard, and falls over the other side, out of sight. He's gone. So it's currently just one aggressive-looking dog and 2 confused dogs left. That's their go. So next is Brukon. Oh wait, I've gone the wrong way around.
Yeah,
Back to the
it's
top of the
a-
round.
yeah.
It's back to Malar.
it wasn't his turn. It was his turn.
Yeah, it's
Leo
the
Bryn.
Oh, put him back. None of that happened. That's what he was going to do on his turn, but instead,
In his
Leobrin-
mind, after watching his blood bath, he just pictures
That's
a way of
as he
escape.
pictured his way of escape. But Leobrin is actually his turn. Nice system, and he. And trouble, you say? And he tries the Eldritch Blast at this guy. Eldritch Blast. He rolled a 15, so +5, that's 20, so he definitely hits.
I'm just picturing it like a TV show. It's like trouble, you say? Zooms out to watch the corpses, the fire, the town in chaos.
Bam! He gets hit for 2 points of damage, which was enough because he had 1 left. Knocking him backwards 5 feet and dead on the ground. So you see sort of his neck
we nearly
snaps
let him
as
survive.
he's pushed back. Scimitar clashes to the ground. Okay, so instead of him
Didn't make
escaping, he died. Is the change. So Malar, it's back
This is
to
the
the
murder
order.
party.
This is a big butterfly effect.
Super glad I turned up for this. What health are you on?
3.
And your maximum is?
11.
Yeah, fuck it. Okay, I'll burn my channel divinity to preserve life. So you will get an extra I can take you up by 2 points of healing to 7.
Thank you.
I can't go above half your whatever.
Okay.
And you, would you say it was 11?
Yeah.
And you're on 3, so I can take you up to 5.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Is it half like rounded down?
And do remember that you've got lay on hands as well.
Yes.
You go full reef and lay your hands
On yourself.
on your whole
But I
life.
can only restore up to half your.
Start
Run your
touching yourself.
fingers through your soul. Alright.
Okay.
It's when he does
moving
the
at all?
typical thing of like heal. He's
No.
like heal.
No, I'm good. All right.
I'm alright, I'm just gonna say
Hallelujah!
this
The power
situation
of
resolves
fleeting
itself.
compels you.
Excellent. So next is the dogs.
dogs.
So the one's going to attack. Going to attack Seth. You just killed its friend, so it's
Yeah.
getting
Yeah,
angry.
it's-
I wish I could
17 on the dice, so
Hits.
20 hits.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 3 points of piercing damage, and you need to make a strength saving throw.
Come on, +1. No, I don't make it.
You go prone on the ground as a dog lunges into you again. But this time biting your shin and dragging you down. He's on top
Don't
of
mount
you.
me.
On top of you, slavering away.
It makes sense.
It proceeds to assert dominance vigorously.
The other two, yeah, they noticed that you killed one as well, and
It's the rats all over again!
it is the rats all over again. So one of them one of them's going to go straight for you. That'll be the one close. The other one will go for him, getting advantage on the attack.
Yeah, it hits.
The one that appears to have had a diamond table
11
somewhere in its
misses.
ancestry.
That really?
Yeah, 11. I rolled a 6 and an 8.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, that misses.
so he misses, and they're going
So
for
is
you.
that
The
a
other
target?
one then jumps in as well. Okay. Okay, so a 21 is
A
going to
literal
hit.
dog pile.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dogpile. 2 points of piercing damage because I rolled a 1.
Oh.
You're
He's
still
still up.
alive and kicking though, right?
You're like, I don't want to kill the dog. I don't want to kill the dog. You kill a dog. 3 of them.
Who's up
charge
next?
into you.
No one made
me.
You, no one made you kill a single one of those dogs. I just want to point out.
It was attacking you.
I stand by my statement.
There is a genuine Dogpile. Oh, that came out.
But it's not the nice guy.
That's me. Don't ignore that. Okay, so Seth, it's your go.
Yeah.
What do you want to do, buddy?
Cool. I'm going to
Surrounded
stand
by dogs.
up.
Left.
Push the dogs out as you climb up. Yeah.
It's me. It's Neo on the 100-man Smith fight.
Yeah.
But with
I
dogs.
stand up. This one right here, I'm going to stab it.
Which one?
That one, the
Yeah.
Ewok-looking one.
Yeah, the Ewok. Yeah.
You know, fuck you, guy. He's there. You're there. And he's there.
24.
Hits.
I don't get
I
sneak
like
attack.
that you've gone within a single session from don't kill the dogs, do nothing. My party member in a one-on-one encounter in a room with no escape, not going to do anything. Straight to murder all the goddamn
Yeah.
dogs.
I hate dogs.
Fuck him. 7.
7. That's you slay it.
It's time to kill these dogs.
This one? This one?
Yeah,
The
that
Ewok-looking one.
Yeah.
I'll take
The other two.
off.
The other two look even
Something
more
like that.
enraged and incensed.
I'm enjoying this. Wait.
He doesn't bend.
His legs are too small.
Sad face.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage.
Nice decision.
5, 10, 15.
You're like, okay, yeah.
I'm like, someone kill those damn dogs, and there's one more guy inside.
I did not sign up for a canine snuff movie. Very, very
Well,
good
that's
point.
what you're getting.
Okay, so
I like it.
That's your turn. So next is Fleeting Look.
I'm going to touch myself.
Solid plan. I endorse it.
In a kind of, is it the Divinals kind of way?
I will use Lay on Hands to restore 5 HP. And selfishly, retreat slightly.
The Paladin retreats.
Whoa! Looks like we got a badass over here.
Seth must be our front line. Everybody pull back.
Behind the rogue! Okay, so that's your turn. So next, Daltagon. So next is Brukon.
You guys you've done so much here to undermining the emotional bond I've developed with these creatures. This is months of therapy that you've done here. Hell, I'm going to keep doing it until it stops working. I'm going to charm the crap out of these animals.
Pull out more
out-
rations and go.
Pull out a bit of pomade, just kind of.
You don't see the corpses. It's okay.
This time you'll have disadvantage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you obviously they've fallen for the trick once.
That's fair. That's reasonable.
And when you get
And they are in a-
advantage
they are in
rounds
a
with patting your
High
tits.
dog mortality environment, which
Indeed,
is
yeah.
unlikely to make them super cheerful about it. That's fair enough. Okay.
I mean, I can empathise.
Yeah.
I can relate.
Yeah. 13.
13.
Remember, he used to do stuff.
Just a battle of wills between me and these dogs.
They don't take the bait. You'll buy them.
Yeah, I would indeed be. I'll be.
Front line. They're on behind the monk.
Yeah. I mean, I've yet to take a single point of damage.
This is true, but they do not look impressed.
Thanks
Okay.
for those 2 HP, by the way.
Okay, that's fair. I acknowledge your feelings.
Healing word into you.
I'm not trying to tell you how to
I'm on
feel.
2.
I
I'm
just
okay.
want you to understand
You literally say
how
what
I
I-
feel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're basically this is now couples counselling,
Right.
which
Yep.
everybody loves
Mm-hmm.
and always ends brilliantly.
Yeah,
So
it'll be fine. It'll totally
cool.
fine. Are you doing anything else?
What am I up to on the actions front? Would the animal charm?
Well, I let you do a dodge before as an action.
So I'm going to do that.
Well,
again.
after you did that, so
Yeah.
I can say you did.
Yeah, cool. We can say that I'm kind of there. I'm hyper focused on these dogs. I'm trying to, but I'm
Wary.
simultaneously trying to allay their suspicions, but I'm also ready to react if they get
Yeah, just monking it. You're
if
monking
they
it.
get face ET. Yeah. So that's me.
Yeah, self-defense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. Okay, that's your go. Next, Naeris.
I'm in 2 minds because I love dogs too.
Can you make
What
do
is-
you
I don't-
want to make a perception check for me, just as a free action?
Or a d20.
Okay.
Yeah. So roll d20 and then.
2
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Let's
plus 2
There
is
is
4.
so much death just in front of you that it completely distracts your gaze. Nothing else of note currently.
Okay.
Nothing's on fire though.
Yeah. Well, I'm in 2 minds because I don't want to. I want. You know what? I'm gonna try to intimidate them, like I did the guards.
All right.
Go
So
for it.
you're gonna
Go for it.
thaumaturge yourself with flames and
I'm
stuff.
gonna prestidigitate
Prestidigitate.
into flaming beast.
All
Close
right.
to that as that spell will let me.
Do it. No.
No, that's not a great roll.
Damn it. So that is what do I
And
add?
you got 4.
4.
4.
So that was 8.
Well, they're not very charismatic, but anyway, they don't seem to be paying much mind to you currently. I think they're more concerned with the dwarf that's offered them food for the second time.
I forgot how friggin' great prestidigitation is. One of the options for it is you chill, warm, or flavour up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for 1 hour.
That's great.
And
Make the walls taste of licorice.
Salt
I'm
lake.
trying to remember what was it. There's some campaign where they had the spicy rat. Oh, it's outside Xbox and outside Extra. They have the spicy rat caper.
I've never seen, but
I
yeah.
recommend.
Sorry, I'm wrong. Okay.
I wish
There goes
you
a
had
little
make
plug
the
for you
floor
both.
taste like beef or something.
So finally, Logrin
That could work with
is going to
dogs.
come in. He goes,
Well, yeah,
I can't do the thing that I've already put the other guy to sleep. Oh no. Minor illusion, and he does another. It does another pinky purple illusion, but he moves up first of all. Can you get him 30 feet as close as you can to
So 6 squares.
6 squares up to as close to the dogs as you can? Yeah, by you's fine. That's good. And behind them,
No bias there about positioning.
I'm
he's
supposed to go.
he's going to
He's
he
literally here.
uses minor illusion to
Where
create
would you have put
a 5 feet.
He said it's close.
A 5 feet purpley pinky bone. It appears to be sticking out of the ground.
It squeaks as it lands.
Unfortunately, you can only
You can
do
only-
an
yeah,
image
no, I
or
know,
a sound.
I know, but it's just-
Unfortunately, but
It's so
That'll
visually
be great.
convincing.
yes,
Yeah.
and I hope that helps. Yeah,
Look,
right.
a distraction.
Malar.
It's going to move up. 1, 2,
Oh, wait,
Cure
we should've
wounds.
done that. Oh, Can I redact that actually? Because I've just realised.
You're
I'll
the
redact
DM,
that
you-
just because I just realised I forget that he's got this one thing, and I think Marshall will be shouting at me watching this.
You're 100% allowed a
Once
retcon.
per short or long rest, he can use his play presence to, as an action, can cause each creature in a 10-foot cube from you to make a wisdom saving throw. He
There's
can't
no
get
one.
close enough, can he? With
No.
30 feet? No. If he
This
uses
is
30 feet,
a 30-foot range.
Yeah, it's a
Or
10
is it-
feet. 10
oh,
feet.
it's 10
cube.
foot from
But
him.
if you can push him up, because there's 30 feet,
Yeah, if
but
he's-
it's horizontal
if
from there up
yeah.
to where that dead Ewok is, that he could probably have made. That.
There.
How could I got him there? He was here.
Come
So
up
here,
through
so
this.
that'd be 1,
5,
2,
10.
3, 4, 5, and was it trying to go there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would, and he was here.
Around there.
Regardless, it's still out of range.
So he was here.
this is-
Counting
Counting
in
in
10,
D&D,
15,
folks. This is what
20,
you tuned in
25, 30. He was around here to start.
Well, actually, regardless, he's still out of range,
Yeah.
so he won't use that. So it still stands with what he tried to do.
The-
So
the
sorry,
big
carry
big
on.
And
Sorry-
so he's
sorry for
now
interruption.
in my way, where I was going to go.
You can move him back a little bit. You can redact that.
Yeah.
Redact the redaction.
Redaction.
1, 2.
Need to read these
Cure
things better.
wounds. Watch this. Boom. 6 plus 3, which is 9, plus another 3, which is 12 points of healing. Boom.
Damn.
Life cleric.
You go down again.
And 4,
Down 1.
5, 6. Quarterstaff out. Ready. Turn.
Oh, nice.
How you do it,
Efficient.
folks.
I like it.
Boom.
Okay, seeing this 7-foot mound of meat come towards them, the dogs. There's a choice here, so I'm gonna roll. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll a d6.
Yeah.
1 to 3 goes for you. 4 to 6, they are distracted by the illusion behind them, of the large bone. Oh no, sorry, you're in the mix. Sorry, 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6 for the illusion. Okay, 6 goes for they turn around and they go and try and interact with the illusion. But trying to interact with it, they realise it's an illusion and that is their go. So they interact with it and then they come back to you guys, so they're in exactly the same position. But that is their turn. Nice distraction.
Well done. 6 seconds they didn't spend tearing our jugulars out.
Exactly.
That's why I'm
Five.
grateful.
A reprieve, if you like.
Yeah.
Can I get the corpses here? Can I?
That's fine. They're normally not there anyway. So
Fuck that
just
all.
go for it.
Cool. Can I attack that dog?
You can attack the dog. So far, you're 2 for 2 on killing dogs.
11.
You're the
11.
best dog killer ever.
11 misses.
Okay.
Good stab it.
Actually, you're the only person that's killed any dogs?
Killed
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
I did think
shit,
he was going
yeah.
to say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the illusion. 6 they go back for James.
Don't encourage me.
Nope. So I miss. Bonus action to disengage. So 5, 10, 15, 25, 30.
It's good. Ha! Run away.
Cool. Nice. Okay, so next fleeting look.
Can I get to that dog?
How much movement have you got?
30
feet, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you could get to there.
Okay.
Comes in with like a warhammer.
Love that. I love
I was
that.
thinking of
Warhammer or
battle axe,
battle axe,
actually.
because you've got 2 nice big weapons.
Yeah, I will attack with my battle axe, please.
Go for it, make an attack.
16.
16 hits.
Yay!
I'm plus a 12. Rough damage.
10.
That's good.
That's max damage.
Oh, is
That's
it?
good.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
not.
There is
That's
no
not
zero.
a zero.
There is
Zero
no zero.
confused me. It's a 0.
Oh, 0. No!
That's not a zero.
Why would they put that on this
16.
one?
Yeah.
I thought they were just toying.
Yeah, they specifically made D10s just to piss people off. No, you just roll 10.
Describe to us how you slay this job.
I really like dogs.
I don't want
this-
to.
I know.
Sorry, this horrifying
Hang on, now you
stout mastiff.
You did offer me the chance when I took a dude out to not.
Well, that's because you were using an unarmed strike.
That's fine.
If he was using the butt of his weapon, it would only be a D4 on the damage.
I didn't
But-
kill it, man.
So
And we got another dog
Kill
to
the
kill
dog.
after this, so you know.
As he can't see me, because I think he's facing away, I'm going to just gently use the weight of my axe to come down and cleave his head off while shouting.
Gently.
while shouting.
Tonight
Seth
on,
at the top
tonight
of my
on
voice.
worst admin.
So that the last thing it thinks of is the person who's slain all his friends.
if it can understand what you mean. But
Next episode,
you think
ghost
so.
dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, bam, brained. That mastiff has been brained. There is one left. You doing anything else on your turn, Fleeting?
No, no,
Good. Okay, so
Me now.
Brukon.
I'm gonna. Where's the attention of the remaining?
Oh, it's now back on you guys. It's realised the illusion was an illusion.
Yeah, but me specifically, or the guy who just straight up murdered his kennel
I think, it's probably a bit of both, but let's roll. It's probably slightly more towards the dead dog, and it's looking quite
that's
fearful.
fine. I'll take any edge I can get. The kind of making friends with them strat is played out. It's old hat. It's cliche. It's no longer.
It's been done to death.
Yeah,
I'd say.
I'm
It was really good.
I'm getting into a rut here. I'm jumping the shark, or possibly dog. So instead, this time, what I'm going to go with is we're going to go for the old scruff of the neck grab.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we'll see how the grab works first.
Mm-hmm.
But if it goes as well as I'm hoping,
Yeah.
the intent here is to throw the dog over the wall.
I was hoping you'd say that.
That's amazing. Okay. I'll say for this then that you'll have to pivot round so that you're on the other side of the dog, just so that you're close enough to the wall to throw it over.
Yeah,
the
cool.
wall.
That's fine. So if I go to there, that makes sense because then I'm going around.
No.
That's
I
a
meant
wall.
That's a
that
wall,
you're
you gotta
inside the building. That I
come
meant
through.
the other side, the opposite
Oh, I
side.
see. Right. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So
Just get you close
yeah,
to
down to there. That's,
Yeah.
that's
No.
still got plenty of movement.
This isn't for like. I've gone for
Okay, so we're going to grab
robbing
first. So
dogs
this will be a
to
strength check.
Yep.
It's natural one.
Yeah.
It's a
it'll-
contested athletics.
Yeah.
Athletics for you, or athletics or acrobatics for me.
Spine
Probably the
crack and break.
acrobatics.
Yeah.
We're dark.
Try to nimbly
We're bad
dodge out the
people.
way.
Don't
Grab.
dice to
Nimbly
strike
bingly
away.
from tree to tree. 15.
6. So yeah, you grab the dog
I
by the
have-
scruff of the neck.
I now have the dog. And yeah, let's.
And in fact, the collar, you grab it by the collar because it's obviously was on the leash. So
Yeah.
collar. Leather collar.
And actually, another thought occurs, which is that there is a room next to me with an open door.
Was the door
Yeah.
broke?
Is it?
The door is.
open?
You broke the door open.
I did, but so presumably it opens inwards.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's unfortunate.
I like
No.
dog over the wall plan.
Yeah, it's going to have to be over the wall, isn't it? Yeah.
Bring on the wall!
Well, I'm going to go with the. I'm going to go with the sort of Kevin Peterson style delivery with the run up and then overarm and then. bowl
Yeah,
it
you've got
over.
enough movement. So it's another. This is basically a shove. So make another athletics
Yeah.
versus acrobatics.
Cool. So that will be 13.
7. Got it. Yeah. And with that, judo style, over your back, and over the way you just hear it.
Yeah, I'm just saying like, be free.
And you hear a thud as it lands on the other side, and then it.
That wasn't quite so cruel. That'd be awfully impressive.
And you hear it.
I turn around and I just look at the corpses of dogs on the floor and I go, yes, cruel. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry.
And you hear it scamper off, and you're now out of initiative.
Oh no, that's coming
that's
back.
The last,
That dog's coming back for you.
That's a whole
You
separate storyline.
Don't
whole
leave
separate
them all.
campaign.
Any one of them alive. That will go out and raise its
I'm
own
just gonna
pack.
I'm just gonna have like a running storyline. It's like hellhounds appear. It's like they all seem to look at Seth. Even from another plane.
Yeah.
Tree.
Nice one, guys. So that is you're out of combat. That's all good. You took care of the threat.
5 now.
It's currently just you guys and the
So
slaves who have kind of mostly hidden away. There's a couple in the log store.
I'm gonna say to everyone, it's like when I looked inside, there's one more person. There's at least one more person in the warehouse.
I should probably go secure Pat.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I will go out and pick up Pat. By the
Oh,
trousers. and just,
when you get out there, he's not there.
I,
Sleeping lasts for a minute. So.
huh. Was that 10 rounds of combat?
I've been keeping track. It's
Oh,
just-
shit.
Yeah, just about.
Well, I'm sure he learned his lesson. Come back inside.
I'm gonna start to move towards the door over there and see if that guy's still inside.
So the warehouse, there's no door. It's just
Oh,
big
it's
and
just
open.
oh.
That's how you can
Loading
see
bay,
everything
yeah.
inside. Yeah.
Okay.
Like warehouses.
Yeah.
Funny enough.
Yeah. a big loading bay, exactly.
Cool.
Warehouse
I'm going to
levels
suggest
of
we all
warehouse.
head over towards the warehouse because
Mhm.
we've now eliminated the need for stealth. That we've murdered everyone, mostly.
Well, not the slaves. They're scattered around the yard. Yes.
Yep.
if someone wants to check on the slaves,
I'll
Yeah,
check on the
come on.
slaves.
They're mostly keeping their distance.
I've got a loaf of bread that I purchased last
Lure
week,
them out.
so
That's true.
make an animal handling check.
Oh, slaves, not.
Oh,
you are.
Hang on, what I missed that.
I said make an animal handling check.
For the slaves.
No, because
Oh,
exactly what you
they're
did.
shackled?
It's exactly
Yeah,
what you
they
did.
have shackles on their
Is there a way
arms
we
and
could
legs.
get the shackles off?
I tell you what, if you make an investigation check for me.
D20?
Yes. And then it'll be intelligence. So you would add.
16 plus.
Or unless you're it's
You
one
might
of your
have
skills.
proficiency in that.
You what?
Unless it's one of the ones you're
I
proficient
don't
in.
think sorcerers get it, but she.
Investigation. There
Yeah,
you go.
plus
Plus
2.
2.
So 8.
No, but that's definitely. I'm pretty sure that's wrong because investigation's of intelligence, which
Yeah.
your intelligence bonus is plus 3, so it has to be at least plus 3.
I think is your intelligence bonus plus 3 or is it plus 2?
She assigned it 15 and is a high elf, so it's 16.
Oh yeah.
Plus-
High elves get a bump.
Because I seem to remember all your stats were not even, include with the racial
Yeah,
bonuses
50, it
on.
was
So it's
15
15. Yeah. So
Plus
the-
the racial bonus. So I rolled a 15.
no. Like after your racial bonuses were taken into account. Pretty sure they were.
No,
all
I
odd.
went back to rewatch the stream.
Video.
The
I
original.
thought I took them into account during the stream.
You know what? We need to make a ruling right now to play
Yeah.
the game. So just roll
So
something and
anyway,
go with it.
there's a difference of 1 anyway. So what was it you rolled?
16.
16, so 18 or 19 is basically what we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Dan. You search through the bodies of a couple of the guards, and you find on one of them a very small set of keys, which you would ascertain probably matches the little manacles they've got on.
Guys, I think we should take the shackles off for
Oh
once.
yes,
They're not.
I agree.
That
They
makes a
wanna-
lot of sense. But while that's happening, someone should try and find this other
Yeah.
person.
Oh,
I'm unscratched, so I'm very happy to go and
I've
try and.
recently healed, so I'll
Cool.
happily go
Okay,
inside.
let's resume the
Oh, and
Dex
I
Wayne
never heard
dream
of thank
team.
you for that. So
I said thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for both heals.
Okay. So you're going to be setting the stage 3. Leo will be with you. Fleeting, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'll come along for the ride.
Which one?
So the 4 of you are going to go.
I'm going to stick
Manacles
the
So
or
if
slaves.
it's
Murder
stage
hunt.
to 3 of you are going to head
Murder
towards the
Cool.
That sounds fun.
I
warehouse.
will, as you move off, I'll give Brukon guidance.
Oh, sick.
Just in case you need a little hand.
Yeah, I'm
Only lasts for a minute, but you know.
yeah, I'm down with that.
So the 3 of us head inside the warehouse.
Alrighty, can you turn to map 6, please? So I'll describe this as you're doing that. So you round
It's Lego.
into the into the warehouse, and you find on the outside. Sorry, from the outside, you see the table that you saw before, Seth. That they had the three guys around. Now has nobody at the table. There's still a large pile of coins, not ones that you recognise from the distance. They're the wrong colours for Duracrin.
Oh, is it on?
And a couple of items on
This
the
one, is
table as well, including a wooden box. The rest of the it. I tell you what, can you all make a perception check for me and see how much else you can see?
I was just like to say,
Is this a low light?
Yeah.
Is
It's
this
a
a low
double
light
hole,
thing
that's
or
brilliant.
just a
I'm
general
not sure who
what can you
appreciates
see?
puns, but there's a
Is this
one
a
on
low
stream.
light thing?
No, it's just to see.
Okay, 21.
17.
Yeah.
No.
Never
Was it
gonna you can
perception?
slap a D4 on that.
I got a natural 1.
24.
It was a 19, and then it literally slid down and went
Yeah.
1. Yeah.
So Seth, you get distracted by all of the coins on the table.
Ooh, shiny.
They're really interesting and unusual coins. They're not like your average Brukon pieces, so it's slightly different. Duracrin.
Okay.
Your
I
average
thought-
Brukon.
I
I was
literally-
like, wait, I'm on the money?
I
You're
literally
not-
just
you
thought,
should- in
how
some-
I'm
figuratively, you're on the
important.
money.
Hey. Surely I must be able to leverage being able to just kind of go, hey, look.
I literally
But
just thought, I was
the,
like, what level of class are we with right now? That we've just been murdering puppies while this guy's on coins.
Now, you just said we. I'm going to be absolutely
You
clear.
threw one over a wall.
I did.
And it
saving
lived.
it from you.
Oh.
I rescued the dog
I mean,
from the dog murderer.
Am I really the only one that killed a dog?
Yeah.
After all that planning I did for
from what
dogs.
just happened.
So the two of
And
you,
what kind of party I just joined?
Brukon and Fleeting, look, you see within the warehouse a lot of stacked up crates and boxes, some of which are actually you can see on the map detailed. There's also under a large sort of dark blue cloth is a structure about 6 feet high, about 10 feet wide, 15 feet deep, which you can't see under because the cloth is completely covering it currently. You also notice that there is a stone structure on the right hand side, as I've drawn out on there on the map. But I'll say with the 21 that you ascertain that that is most likely a water source of some variety, or possibly a well. And then at the very back of the warehouse are two short wooden sort of rooms that have been built into the warehouse. There's also a ladder just outside of those, leading up onto a gangway above. That's going straight across the top. It's about maybe 10 feet, about 12 feet up in the air. This ladder goes 12 feet up with this gangway across from one side to the other. And you see standing up there is a hooded figure. And in that moment you see they mutter something and suddenly a black shadowy hammer appears on the ground about maybe 10 feet away from you guys.
About here?
Yeah, about there. I think. Yeah, leave that there. That's great. In fact, do you want another one? Because you might want to use your D4.
Oh, I've got some.
You got some. Okay, great. So you guys need to roll initiative.
Okay.
Hammer time.
12.
That's
These guys.
In fact, you two can roll
23.
initiative as well.
yeah. It makes life a lot
Yeah.
easier if
Oh,
everyone's in combat
Yeah.
time.
We may get the opportunity to turn up at a later time.
17. No, it's 18.
So, sorry, what has everyone got, Sarah?
23.
23.
12.
12. Okay, so they got.
If we're going to use
So
the
they
cards.
got 8.
I
So
also
if you
got
beat
8,
you're okay. 8
but
so
I got 0 decks, so
If we're,
What was the roll?
okay. Should
Eight.
we,
8,
let's
straight
we can
8.
roll, we can roll off.
Okay, 8.
I'll roll off, okay.
if we're going to do the
14?
cards.
15.
15. I get you first.
If we're going to do the cards, probably best to say like who's got
So if
20
you-
plus,
Yeah, yeah,
15
yeah.
to
You
20.
can't go
Yeah,
at the
let's
same
do that.
time as
So
someone, if you both
23.
get the same
Anyone
score, you've
higher
got to
than
figure out a way
23?
to decide who goes first.
Anyone higher than 23?
I'm not.
Number 1. Okay, next down. So anyone got 20 or above? So 20 to 15?
18.
18?
17.
Thank you.
17. Anyone else above 15? No. Okay, so 15 to 10. 12. And we rolled off. So, Leoberin is helping the slaves.
Yeah.
Was he really high and you can't bother to redistribute? Yeah.
Yep. Like, no. Okay.
Once we're into it, last and first are
Mhm.
kind of fairly similar. So
Yeah, he could just
if
go
it
right.
becomes relevant, then just drop him on.
So,
okay.
floating black weapon
Yes.
and guy up here.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, up on the gangway, right in the centre. And we'll.
Here?
a
Oh, hang on. I
I
have a figure.
I thought you might.
Is it Darth? It's Darth.
It's a halfling.
It's yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And on the green. Yeah, there you go. On the gangway.
Oh, that's the gangway. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Sorry,
so?
it's
Are
very
these
hard to tell.
are these walls?
Sorry?
Is this a wall?
Yeah, that's all walls all along, and it's just the open front. So this is completely open. That's why I scribbled across.
So can I see the weapon yet?
You can see the weapon. Yeah. Very
If
clearly.
this is a wall.
No, that's
No,
not a
that's
wall.
not.
That's all open.
That's crossed.
Oh, so sorry.
Sorry, that's wall, but
Right.
that's all open.
And how is there? Can I see a way up to the gangway here?
Just the ladder over there in the corner. Well, you didn't see it, but the other two did.
Cool. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I see it from here?
Yeah.
25, 30, and I'm going to use bonus action to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
So it's 12 feet high, the ladder, so it'll take you the
25.
rest of your movement
30,
going up there. You won't be on.
Yeah,
You'll
so
be on
I'm
the
on.
ladder,
Cool.
I think. Yeah, get there, put them there. Just so you know the
Yeah.
upper level.
So I'm on the ladder, about to climb up.
Okay, cool. Next, number 2 is Fleeting.
Nope.
So, Naeris, so because
Naeris.
of this, you won't have an action this turn, so we'll skip you, and we'll skip Malar as well. That's his turn.
Continuing to
So now it's Brukon.
So now it's Brukon. So there's a weapon. There's just a hammer that's dropped to the ground.
No, it seems to be made of shadow and darkness, and it's floating, and it's pointing towards you.
Float it. Okay.
So the magical weapon is floating.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I have any idea what is going on here?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Cool.
Actually,
Arcana is nothing special.
No. Arcana or religion, whichever.
Religion would probably be better. Actually, no. There's no difference between them whatsoever. So
Sword dog.
whatever.
All right.
Arcana.
Yeah.
7.
It's a magical thing.
It's a magical thing
Summoned
going on.
by that caster, probably under its control.
Okay.
You're going to try and hit
I
the
shout.
hammer
I
with the
shout.
I was tempted.
I shout out an offer to come quietly in exchange for not being punched repeatedly in the face.
Alrighty, I'd say make the persuasion check.
Yeah, cool. I have persuasion as well, so that's all. Quite good actually. Yeah, 24.
24. It considers your offer, from what you can see down there.
That's all I ask.
Okay. Anything else you do this turn?
I'm not gonna move towards the magical doohickey without having some idea of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fool. So could I go for a dodge again?
Yeah.
Then I also ready myself to.
Hang on. What have you done this time?
I've shouted an offer
and examined the thing.
and looked at the thing.
Yeah. Okay. You can do a dodge. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, then that's me.
Cool. Next is Fleeting.
I really do want to hit the hammer with my hammer, but I think that would be stupid.
Don't cross the streams, man.
But also, it's hammer time.
It is
So-
definitely hammer time.
Mm,
I don't think I've ever can do.
that hurt.
Do you
Personally, just took
have anything ranged?
Not really. Unless I can throw a javelin.
Yeah, so I was going to say, normally you'd start with javelin.
Cool, I'll throw a javelin.
At
The weapon or him?
At the weapon.
At the weapon.
What's the range on javelins? Have you got that?
It's
That is-
30 or 120
that's
long
gonna
range,
be
so you can
within
hit it for
Yeah.
its short range.
It's definitely. Oh, no.
No,
It's definitely not.
so it'd be disadvantage if it was here.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it's definitely not at short range. So it would be disadvantage.
No, it's within his short range, up to 30 feet.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's a normal attack. If it was over 30, but between a 30 and 120, it'd be disadvantage.
Yeah.
If it's within 5 feet, it's at disadvantage.
Are you
Okay.
throwing the javelin at the hammer?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were throwing.
Yeah.
Sorry, okay, my
Okay.
mistake. Sorry, thought you were throwing it at the dude.
So,
You go crazy. Man.
We're all, don't worry,
Go-
we're all,
go absolutely
I'm
that's
most certainly
And
making this.
with javelins, you can use your strength modifier, so it will be the same as if you were attacking the melee weapon.
Correct. 14.
Okay, I'm just looking this up. Okay, yeah, so you throw your javelin and it passes straight through and just and see that shadows kind of coalesce around the javelin as it passes through.
Okay.
Does nothing.
That was something.
Clatters to the ground.
It was
And you
literally
you hear the javelin strike against the as it clatters to the ground and then whacks into the stuff under the cloth. You just hear another sort of wood on wood clatter.
Do you have a wooden ruler? It's a sort of like.
Are you doing anything else this time?
No.
I'll give that for Seth.
I really thought you were going to just drop that in the coffee
Here?
then.
Yeah, screw you. Okay.
Is he up on it or?
He's up on it because he's up the ladder, so he's definitely just show he's off the ground essentially, ground level. So that's your turn. So it's now this guy's turn.
Shall we, motherfucker?
Sees you come in. Bonus action. The hammer floats towards you. Makes an attack against you. 17 on the dice.
Is this a sledgehammer? Is it a rock hammer? A claw hammer? What are we talking here?
Ball peen.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a magical hammer. So you
Mule
take.
here?
You take. I should have kept this open. You take 2 plus Yeah. So you take 4. 5 points of.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be a number that started with S.
5 points of force damage as you are struck with a weapon made entirely out of magical essence, essentially. Awesome. Yep, and then it's good.
I've just realised something. Your max HP is 11, yes? I have more hit points than the paladin.
He's gonna. The guy is then gonna is gonna move
That's
to try
fine.
and block you at the top of the ladder. And I think that's all of his movement to get there because he's a halfling. He's gonna try
to
and,
the right.
and he's gonna try and stab you with his dagger. 17 on the dice.
Hits.
Hit.
This is where we all die.
You take 3 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
Stabbed with the dagger. That's.
Me.
Oh, he gets 2 attacks. Oh, great. That's a natural 20.
How much damage was that first hit?
3. Second one does 5 points of piercing damage. Terrible rolls. Like, on you while you're on the land.
Cool. So I'm assuming that I can't physically get up there
Without
with
shoving
there.
him out the way, you can't.
Now, since I can't get up there, can I grab his leg and pull him down?
You can. So
That will be a strength.
yes, you can. Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to. So I'm going to
So-
use my inspiration to get advantage on it. So I'm going to grab
Good
his,
shout.
leg, and I'm going to pull.
So this would be a grapple check to try and grab the leg.
Yeah.
So your athletics versus his athletics or acrobatics to escape the grapple. In his case, acrobatics.
What a goddamn waste!
That's an amazing roll.
Oh, brilliant!
Double 18.
Double 18.
18.
So I got 19 as my
19.
roll.
That beats his 16. So you grab his leg.
And I'm going to
Sweet leg.
throw him down to the ground.
I will say in this instance,
Well,
rather than
basically,
looking at
I don't. I'm literally just pulling him a bit.
Yeah, we'll say it's rather than a grapple. This is a shove essentially. So you pull him
Yeah.
off. Yeah, that's fine. You pull him off of the, throw him down the
So
ladder.
how far does he fall?
He falls the whole 12 feet down, meaning that he takes.
Here?
Oh, that was a good roll. Well done, Lee. He takes 8 points of bludgeoning damage and is prone on the ground. But
So I'm assuming that was obviously my action.
that was your action, yeah.
Yeah, for that.
The faux shizzle,
Yeah.
my nizzle.
So I'm going to.
Swanton bomb.
And I really wish I had an action.
Unleash the wrestler inside.
I really
yourself.
wish I had an action left just to rapier down and stab into it. But he's got 2 attacks, doesn't he?
You do.
Do not go sit on him.
So
Security guard
if he hits me twice with attacks, I'm down.
Or maybe you shouldn't be next to him then.
Yeah, so I'm
Maybe you should
think-
let someone who literally hasn't been hit
yeah.
at all.
So I'm going to climb up the rest of the ladder to the top.
Okay. You're quite near the top.
So
anyway.
yeah, I'm literally just,
So you've got
but-
say 5 feet of movement to climb up to the top.
I'm now just not within melee range of him, and can I? Since he fell down, I'm assuming close his eyes. Can I get to the top? Can I use my bonus action to hide?
Yeah, quite easily because
Yeah.
you'd be out of sight up there if you just go prone, for instance. So yeah, you can make a hide check.
You need to. Yeah, you'll need to roll a stealth check.
Yeah, stealth check. Man, you're stealth on that.
19.
19.
There's one thing you can do reliably.
Yeah.
But on the gangway, the only way to be hidden from him is to essentially squat or go prone.
I got a squat.
Because that doesn't involve any problem. That's good. Okay, great. So that's your turn. Next is now Naeris. Now you can react. So it will take from your position outside. It will take you 30 feet of movement to get up to the entrance to the warehouse because you're coming from the side over here. So
Alright.
you can come to like there within
Here?
30, with 30 feet get to there.
Okay. Can I do... Can I do a perception check to see if I recognize this halfling, or can I not see him?
From your position, it'd be quite hard to spot him
Okay.
because of all of the crates and stuff, and he's prone.
Then I'd like to do an Arcana check to... Maybe I'll see what the...
Check on that hammer.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
What is it?
What is this? What is it? Drum it.
Oh, I have no idea what it is.
On
Natural
the-
one.
On the chat,
You got
someone-
nano
Yeah, you
boosted.
got nano boosted.
he got nano
Damn it,
boosted.
stop nano boosting me!
I don't know what that
You got
Never works.
It's an Overwatch thing. I never
You
played
got nano boost to 1.
Yeah.
It never works, Tom.
Damn it!
So, what'd you roll?
What? Natural one.
It's a ghost hammer.
Yes! I learned something today.
Great.
Devin,
Doing anything else with your turn? You could, you've still got an action, so you could dodge, dash, this,
So
Duck.
what I'm gonna
duck, dip and dive and dodge.
what I'm gonna do is this is still a wall, right? Just,
No,
this
that's
here, this
that's a
on
wall,
the side,
yes.
So I'm just gonna go behind the wall.
So
I don't
action
wanna
and
get
dash
hit.
to get behind the wall.
That's
Yeah.
behind the wall. That's just behind.
Very close aside.
Yeah, I thought, ghost hammer, I'm gone.
Ghost hammer, evil halfling on the floor.
With a puff of smoke, she disappears behind the wall. Okay, that's
I
your
don't have
turn.
enough HP to take a hit.
So Brukon, you've just seen a high elf appear, go ghost hammer, and then disappear.
Who are you gonna call?
Not that. Not that.
Might be the sorcerer that just ran away.
It's okay. The only one who can make calls is Seth with his bone horn. So
Apparently not well.
it was like the horn of Gondor. It went quite well.
So,
I didn't sign up for this. You wanted me to move some rocks.
pretty much.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah. You had me to move some rocks.
There's been considerable mission drift since this
Escalation.
first got proposed.
Murdered an entire room full of people.
Brukon.
I feel like
dogs.
it's one of those films where it's like
I've decided, by the way, he was
You
born
you
Brukon
see all these people
Rumbleguts,
surrounded by
but when
corpses
he
and it goes
left,
24 hours earlier. Who will
he
help me
changed
save
to
people?
Brukon Re in
Let me
order to
move some
avoid
rocks.
linking the
Ah.
family name to his. You know, he was kind of a clean slate.
When he
sort
was
of
at the
thing.
monastery. he
Yeah,
changed
yeah.
it to Re.
So,
Yeah,
so
fair.
he was born Brukon Rumbleguts, but is now Brukon Re.
Okay, so Brukon Re.
If that's cool.
That's cool. That's perfectly cool. That's
excellent.
very cool, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
What are we doing?
cornices
What are we doing?
aside,
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Currently not within melee range of that hammer.
Where is the hammer?
It's
The dog.
the dog.
Oh, it's
thing.
the dog,
with
yeah,
the sword on it.
The dog's
Perfect
invisible.
representation.
Yeah.
Invisible dog
He's wielding a hammer, of
holding a
course.
hammer. He is worthy. So.
It's like that Japanese dog that has a sword. It's not cartoon. No, never mind.
You can't say that now because all that's going to make me do is what the hell is that?
Isn't that a new
focus-
Pokemon?
I'm going to focus on this
Possibly, I
dog
don't know.
sword butt situation. No. Hang on. How are we doing?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
1, 2.
Well, you've seen stuff go through it.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't seem likely to me that Brukon's reaction to this situation is, I can totally handle this, like, formless ghost hammer. So what Brukon is going to do is, so this red, so this here is a something
Under the top.
covered in
the
covered in
cloth,
covered in something. Okay, that
Something
piques
wooden.
that piques Brukon's interest. So he's outside of melee range of the ghost hammer. So he's gonna go. What's
There's a table and chairs.
table and chairs? Okay.
With piles of coins, rare, different looking coins.
I'm going to go for a because he's short. I'm going to go for a little sort of slide roll tuck maneuver, like a sort of Tony Jaa style, incredibly fluid maneuver under the table as I go past it. Is
Okay.
That, for giving that a go.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so make an acrobatics check.
Cool. Yep. 7.
So you can parkour around this.
But not so much with.
But with a
the
7, you clatter through the chair, which goes flying, and some of the coins start scattering
I
falling off
shout,
the table.
meant it as I go through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll dash. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then have a little peek under the.
Okay, yeah,
Let's see
as
what's
a
behind
reaction, I'll let
table
you- I'll
number
let you-
1.
I'll let
Yeah,
you-
I mean, just grab it and just.
Okay, so with your brief look, a fleeting look,
Yeah,
you might
indeed,
say,
I was
underneath
just-
it.
Took the words right.
I mean, how many times?
One fleeting look to another.
Looks like some kind of battering ram.
Oh, okay.
It's a rock crusher.
Yeah, I go. Seems like some kind of ram.
Okay.
A
If it was
ram.
anything else, I'd be
Okay, that's your turn. So fleeting look, facing off against a ghost hammer.
with my only.
Hammer demon versus hammer ghost.
Yeah. I don't think attacking it's going to work too well.
In hammer pants.
No, 'cause that javelin was pretty well thrown.
That
Yeah.
11 intelligence is not doing you wrong.
Nah. I'm just going to ready a dodge.
Yeah, good idea actually. Very good idea. Okay. All right, that's your turn. So it's now its go. Oh no, the guy's go, should I say? So he gets up, goes over, sidles over to the dwarf who's now currently distracted because he's looking underneath the thing. He's going to go behind him actually.
Okay.
Sorry, I said sidle, but I meant in like just nonchalantly go over to him.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not very clear. And he's going to make an attack on you.
Come at me, bro.
Okay. But which attack is he going to do? This is the question. What he's going to do is
That's always a good noise.
Oh, all the different attacks to choose from.
He doesn't have that many, but I was more.
Then why is this taking this long?
Sorry, back him up. He doesn't go up to you. He, in fact, from range, he will cast a spell on you. As you see this radiant, blinding white light with the kind of haunting blackish
He's healing you.
comes out from the ground around you.
Okay.
I think that's how this spell looks. It does in my mind. Okay, so you need to make a dexterity saving throw. Yes.
Easily my best saving throw. Let's just double check.
Don't jinx it.
Well, I'm not saying that means I'm going to pass. I'm just saying it's the best of all the saving throws I could have to make.
Jinx it.
Yeah, 11.
11 is not enough.
No, it won't be.
So you take 2 points of radiant damage as the
Radiant damage. Did you take me for?
this blinding light, but with a shadow after effect.
I'm genuinely more offended than I am hurt.
And it feels like you're on fire, but a radiant fire.
Oh.
There we go. Just gonna drop all the hints in
Yeah.
about what that is. Okay, so that happens. Also, the hammer drifts over to the other side of you there, and then takes a swing at you.
Tokyo drift. Deja vu.
He's doing
So 4 on the dice, so that's going to miss. So just this time, and also have disadvantage. So yeah, it was a 17 on the roll. Anyway, you move out the way, and no damage at all. The ghost hammer. This seems to be the perfect time to introduce my Carpenter X, this multi-class character. Okay, that's good to know. Thanks, Drake Lazarus. Thank you. Okay, so Malar, now it's your turn.
So I've come from over in this direction.
Yes, that's right. So 30 feet will get you to the corner.
What's this?
That's wall. I just had to draw it in because the map was pre-made. So you can get to the corner within 30 feet of movement if you wanted to. That's fine as well.
What's going on here?
What?
Ghost hammer!
I don't think I can do much. Is this structure here actually a thing, or can I move?
That's not a structure. Yeah, sorry, ignore that.
Okay, 30 foot then. Dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I see this guy?
From there, yes, you see it.
Okay. Oh, hey, who's this guy? Turn.
Love it. Okay, so
as he hears that, just from across the room, kill him.
Naeris, this will go.
Why is he dark?
No, is that?
No, who's number 1?
Oh.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were number 1. I'm so sorry. Seth, it's your go.
Come down the ladder.
Yeah, that's about probably half your movement getting to the wall.
Stab him, and if
Stab him.
it kills him, I'm doing non-lethal damage.
Chaos
Okie
Darth
dokie.
Vader.
Yeah, make an attack. No sneak attack this time.
Yep.
Chaos Darth Vader. And then stab.
So it's a little
17.
tough, 17 hits. Roll damage.
5.
5 points of damage. Okay. That doesn't seem to have phased this halfling, this robed halfling, very much. Still.
How much
very
fall
much
damage
in
did he
fight.
take?
8. So he's taken 13 points of damage so far.
I realise he's like a
What did you-
a
what did
9th
you roll
level
there?
cleric.
I rolled a 17.
No, for damage.
Oh, 5.
Yeah, it's no sneak attack.
No, but okay.
D8 plus 3, I rolled a 2.
It's +4.
Mine's 3.
No, your damage roll with the rapier is +4.
Oh yeah, it's +4.
Yeah.
Bring that wrong with this session.
I was like, I very distinctly remembered you rolling.
6.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yes, it's 6 points
astronomical
damage.
quantity of dexterity.
Good
Why have
spot.
I got
good
3
spot.
written there?
Because room.
Did you let
Yeah.
Marta do your? I'm just kidding.
Oh
Kidding.
shit, son!
Kidding.
Oh.
She is gonna hurt you.
Oh.
Alright.
Feel the burn. After the whole urinating in the eyelashes, people are just gonna think just hate women.
Just
like,
clearly.
sorry, it's totally not the case. By
Oh,
the
does
way.
Jack
By the
hate
way,
Marta, or does it take
everybody
I just
help
don't
me.
like you.
It's not women.
Everybody help me figure those numbers
It's
out.
not women. It's
So-
just Marta.
That's okay. I didn't. So sorry.
That's
Right.
your
It's your
combat
turn.
lab.
Sorry, Seth, are you bonus actioning to do anything? Because you're level 2 and you can do those things now.
Yeah, you now have cutting action.
Yeah, I'm just going to dash. Because I'll get an attack of opportunity. Disengage. How much movement do I have
You have
left?
15 left
Isn't
of
he
your
pro?
original.
Oh no, he's not. Of
movement.
course he's not pro.
Are these actual boxes?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 feet high, maybe.
So 5, 10, 15? Am I
And you bonus action disengage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Am I still in his line of sight?
Yeah. And you can't hide. Just
Yeah. No, okay, I'll stay there.
Okay, cool. Flipping the bird like, oh, screw you. Okay, great.
I'm not running,
right.
I'm tactical retreating.
Okay, now Naeris is your game.
Yes.
Yes.
I want to get within view of this guy. Basically, I noticed that there's
Oh, you
things
saw this
happening.
this light come up
Yeah.
from the ground there,
Peeking.
and you heard it gruff.
Yeah.
From,
So how would I?
Go.
Like 1, 2, 3.
No, you can go. Oh, hang on, well, no, because it's a corner.
hammer.
Actually,
Yeah.
So you would have. So it would
Yeah,
be
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
Yeah.
Also, you don't want to pass within 5 feet of the.
Yeah.
Does the
Oh,
hammer get a
hammer.
reaction?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think if that's what I think it is, it usually does.
A weapon of the
Yeah,
spiritual
variety.
kind.
Spiritual
Yeah,
variety,
yeah,
it would,
that's
it
a
would be,
reaction.
yeah,
So you can.
No.
What you can do is give it a wide berth,
Yeah.
basically.
1, 2,
Also within its range.
What
Die.
I would recommend.
3. What?
That's probably
3.
overkill. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just don't want to be in
Yeah.
a square that's next to it.
Yeah.
So
That's good. That's perfect.
So that's good, yeah.
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6.
6.
yeah,
Let's get a bit more of a view
I
on
don't
this
think
then,
it
mate.
yeah.
Next.
I'm facing him. And then I cast Fireball.
Cast
A
fireball.
hammer-headed baby.
No,
No, know the distinction between a baby hammerhead,
Well,
which would make.
do you mean
some
fireballs?
concept.
Yeah,
Because
Fireball.
fireball.
No, no, I said
Yeah,
She's
fireball.
not. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Ball.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
okay.
bold.
Just
Definitely
checking.
does not have
Just
fireball.
checking. Fireball. Yeah. Go. Fireball. Go.
I
for
cast
it,
Witch.
Give it a roll.
Go away.
Just
yeah. Hit it.
I violate the laws of the
Hit that
game.
corner.
422. That's
22.
That's gonna hit. Roll for damage. Roll a d10.
This
That one.
one.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go. There you go. 8.
8.
8 points of damage. Lovely job. Oh, and see the flames in his cloak starts to. You sear the cloak. It starts to move. Starts to disintegrate around his form, and and now looks more perturbed than he was before.
Excellent.
Not perturbed.
Do I still
Oh,
have
very perturbed.
an action, or is that
That was your action casting the
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
So unless
So
you got a
I
bonus
can-
action, which probably not.
just move
You
further?
used all your
Okay,
movement.
okay.
Your
yeah,
move, so that's
okay,
you did.
fine.
Nice
So-
try though.
Yeah, but I don't know.
No, it's okay. We learn together.
This is a safe space. No, it's not.
It is a safe space.
No, it's not.
It's a
No,
safe
it's not
space
safe.
for the players, maybe not
It's
for
not a
the
safe
characters.
space for me.
Yeah, deeply
All
unsafe.
right, so that's your turn. So number 3 would be Brukon. So
Go for it.
You're my
Fuck him up, man. Fuck him up.
shield.
Fuck him up.
you just took some points from some weird like spectral sort of essence that coalesced around you.
Brucon's going to take plant 1 foot behind him, and then run up the side of the box thing and do a backflip and try and kick this dude twice in the head on the way down.
I'm loving the style. I'm going to give you advantage on the first strike.
Sick.
Because
Panache.
you're falling as well, so you've got the gravity behind you as well into the kick.
Think with the quad bike through the plate glass thing from that.
Yeah,
stone
yeah.
screen.
Oh, sorry.
love
To
it.
get advantage on the first strike, make an acrobatics check.
Sure.
Just to see
Yeah,
if
that's
it's
reasonable.
off.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's
10.
not safe. 10. Okay, no advantage on
No,
that.
that's fine.
So,
That's reasonable. It's worth, I literally,
punt.
I literally only did it because I
Flavour.
thought it would look bitching. Like, if
I
I get
mean-
a bonus out of it, then even better. But looking bitching is
No, just for coming up with it, I was like, oh, I give him advantage for that, but alas.
Yeah. But yeah,
Still looks great.
Yeah, it's just conceivable that I like playing monks in order to just kind of fully indulge my love of voice art. Anyway,
Do it.
so black. As you know, these are both going to be unarmed attacks, so they're the same. So
Oh wow, that was 2 natural ones.
Snake
I earned that with the crazy rolling earlier in the game.
I mean, we bigged up this hit so much, and you just do this backflip, and then you land next to him perfectly landed.
It's just
no damage.
Did I do anything?
And you expected him to hold up a scorecard like 6, but nothing happens.
It's just as you land, you do a superhero landing, and you're like, oh, this is murder on the knees.
Maybe crack a knuckle as you
Oh, the
land.
pain. Are you doing anything else, or is that your bonus action use as well with that?
That was my bonus action with the extra attack, so that's me.
Alrighty, so the tree is pleased. Alright, facing you.
But I'm just gonna flag up.
Yes.
Don't have to go like right now, but drawing this to a close fairly soon.
Yes, we will be, yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't worry about that. But yeah, keep an eye on the time though, because I know you've got...
Well,
Have your attacks ready, folks.
Let's do it. Let's roll.
Let's go.
Fairly sort of accommodating, but I
It's
still
your turn.
Let's roll.
What I'm
Murder
not
stuff.
entirely sure about is like night shooting stuff.
Can't.
Yes, murder.
Run.
Can I disengage and then I'll get hit, won't I?
So
You can
No,
disengage.
if you disengage, you won't
look
be able-
up, it
you won't be able
doesn't
to attack,
get an
but you'll
attack
be-
opportunity.
Oh, it doesn't?
If you disengage, you just become immune to attacks. with-
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I will run away.
No, I thought you were saying it doesn't generally.
No, the
this is
spiritual
where I
weapons
died.
don't get attack opportunities.
They don't. Are you sure?
I looked up, it doesn't have its spells as intended in the thing.
What's your technology?
Sorry, what was the question?
Spiritual weapons, opportunity attacks.
They don't get them. Alright.
Okay. Well, we've all learned
now
something
we'll
today.
know.
Now we'll know.
Anyway.
They would be a bit. They would be a little
So you've
bit
still got an
I
action.
think.
Oh, I'm ready a dodge. I can't afford to be brave. I have no help.
I'll
Okay.
save
You're the
you!
most useless paladin.
I feel like you're going in
killed
and
it.
doing
I'm
the
very
video
Yeah.
game
I think
stance.
I
You're like going in, it's like, I'll protect you.
I've got your back. I've got the most interesting paladin character I've seen
Right.
in a what? No offense.
What are we doing?
Wait, what's next?
What are we doing?
What's
What are we
next?
doing?
Interesting.
What
So
are
that's
we doing?
5.
Next 5 is me. So yeah, dagger out. Going for
When
you.
you say most interesting, is it just a blackguard? The paladin. Or is it
He's just interesting because he's got a really. You should read his backstory. It's great. Okay.
I'll share it.
So on you does this. So 16 will that hit?
16 will hit.
And will a 11 will miss, I
No,
guess.
definitely.
Cool. So you get to 1 hit with the dagger. You'd say 4 points piercing damage.
Ow.
Stabby, stabby. The hammer floats over to you. Makes an attack against you.
Not the squishy.
Rolled a 2 on the dice, so you might. Whoa.
Shit, and I'm just screaming and dodging.
But you're shrieking. You are quite, you're so tense by this that you do manage to whoa,
Yeah, I'm like,
get out of the way. You're like hypersensitive to it.
Yeah.
Get away! That's his go.
Malar.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me a con save as I invoke the will of the 8 and a bell tolls around him.
I didn't like this one. Natural 20.
Go fuck yourself then.
There's no damage. It just the bell.
Malar does this.
Is it no damage on a successful save?
It's
or
no
not?
damage on a successful. It's only a cantrip.
I've gone within combat range of him for my turn.
Uh-huh.
So, don't get flank because I'm next to the side, but do get the sneak attack if it hits. So, yep, that's 22.
Yeah,
I'm going to do non-lethal damage
Oh.
if it kills him, if it beats him. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 15 damage.
15 damage. Okay. Because you're doing non-lethal damage, you'll need to. Can you swap out your rapier, the D8 for a D4? Because you're gonna hit him.
Yeah,
Really?
you're not.
Because otherwise you're stabbing
Stabbing
him.
blade. Yeah.
I thought it was
Which you
just. I
can't
thought it
non-lethal.
was non-lethal can't be done with ranged and spell attacks.
But I'm making.
DM's making
Oh,
a
okay, sorry.
crack on some.
So 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 damage.
8 was enough though. Okay, so you thump him on the head, and with that he drops to the ground unconscious.
I'm saying the hammer disappears.
The hammer disappears. Yeah.
Well, I got to look cool.
Hey! So that was a close one, guys. Well
All the murders
I
and fights
would-
ends with a bump.
I would bet money on who it is,
Okay.
but I won't.
Interesting. Interesting.
Oh.
So when we begin next time, we've got an investigation and
You
interrogation.
could be
to look
literally
forward to.
winning this entire
So we
town.
need.
Hurrah for the DNS.
So,
What do you think that's going to do? Is that one half thing with
okay,
that
yes, so you did that, and that's all taken care of. Just as a moment of silence, as combat comes to an end, and then you hear a door burst open behind you, and a red tiefling. I've got a thing for him. He's right. You don't need a figure for him unless you try to accept him. I've got a figure here.
Let's finish it properly.
Here you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went from cute and cuddly
I
Ewok
wish-
to Darth Maul.
You just hear him go, oh, screw this, and he starts running, and he runs straight towards the table there. We'll keep initiative for now, if you want to do anything with him besides let him escape.
No, I wouldn't know about this guy.
Okay, cool. So he basically you just see him in one swift movement. He just pushes his hand across the table, gathers up as much
No,
coins as he
someone
can,
stop
and
him.
just runs.
Someone
Yeah.
stop him. We need funds.
Naeris, you are within his path, so
Yeah.
you can try to stop him.
Let me just the 1 minute, please. What can I do?
He's gone very far very quickly.
He dashed, and then there was a second turn because you guys decided you weren't going to do anything with him.
Mage hand's worth a pun. You could
Yeah,
go for a trip.
I'll
No
do-
to the chat name. That's not our name.
You've got your walking stick as well.
Successful
So you can
day.
use
No.
that
There we go. I was
Yeah,
wondering
with
what
the
the
staff?
DMS
Yeah, you can
Yeah, I'll
still
do
do the
that.
stuff, yeah.
I'll triple more the staff.
No.
Thank you for reminding me.
So that would just be an attack roll with the staff. But I'll say you get advantage because he's not currently engaging and you're trying to trip him.
D20?
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, two
Yeah,
good
D20
ones.
roll 2 of them because you got advantage.
10
Plus,
plus-
what's your strength?
11.
So it's
One.
plus 1.
So it's 11.
But with the staff, you're proficient with staff
Yeah.
as well.
I'm proficient.
So it's
as well.
another
So
2.
plus 2.
13.
13.
And he
Fixed
he
points?
got 13
Oh.
on his acrobatics. So
Hang on, aren't staves are finesse weapons, aren't they?
Yes.
yeah, that's
So-
why you
so
took down
he-
the dex.
So it'd be 14.
It's just enough anyway. Yeah,
Right.
there we go. You trip him over, and coins just
Can you do
spill
face
everywhere, and a
first?
box. Yeah, face first,
Just
and
nice
the box
little
that
face
he was
plant.
holding drops out as well.
Good, good.
And he turns over, and he's like,
Harvest your money.
he says, "Please, I just want you. Let me go." And that's what we're going to pick up next time.
It's not going to be that easy.
So guys,
And
so
we've
nice.
just been the
So
murder hobos in this.
so this plan to steal the ledger from the warehouse.
Oh yeah, there's a ledger.
I mean, like all great plans, you know.
We're in the warehouse.
I
We're in the
forgot there
warehouse.
was a ledger.
We're on target.
And
The thing we always said, the thing that was discussed was get evidence that there was slave activity
Mhm.
going on in the warehouse. The ledger was a suggestion as to how we might do that. It wasn't.
As definitive
It
proof,
wasn't
yeah.
the
Sorry,
thing
we
we
didn't
have
see
to
you
do.
at all. Dude.
And we
If we
found
can come out with a bunch of slaves, then
people who are
that's up-
She did
obviously
say,
slaves.
well, she did say something about people claiming to be slaves being what may not be enough.
okay.
It's up
Well,
to
we
you.
can, no, we're in the
Up to you.
warehouse.
We're building a body of evidence.
Yeah.
You are most certainly
Assembling
building body
evidence.
evidence, and
And building a body pile.
also failure to prepared to fail, and you most certainly prepared. So that's why. it's-
All donations to dog charities are welcome, so that we can come and kill them too. No,
We
no,
tried
no, no.
so hard to not kill them.
Did you actually remind me
Did
about?
you?
I
though?
did.
How hard did you try?
What was it?
On that subject,
2 out of 4?
remind me of dog charities in a couple of months. We have some news about it.
I know. That's exciting. Don't show
I
them.
promise I'm
Don't,
not going to do
don't
that.
show them this
No.
episode.
Yeah,
I won't show them
Like,
this.
so who
That's
are
kind
you?
of cruel. Anyway, so
definitely not
guys,
dog murder fetishists.
well done, pretty good plan. And despite the things that went wrong, it worked really well.
We're
None
on,
of us died.
we're on the plan.
And considering last week no combat at all, this was literally all
Right.
combat.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel like we've counterbalanced now.
But there was some
real
There was some RP in there as well.
Oh,
It wasn't,
yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't just like numbers.
Yeah, no,
numbers,
you
numbers.
threw it
There
out.
was some-
Yeah, that's true. It was combat heavy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was in combat time, but it wasn't just.
It was some good stuff, some good
It
inventive
wasn't
ways
video
of doing
game.
things.
It wasn't video game hacky slashy the whole time.
Especially your Chris Pratt moment. Very nice. Very good. Very good. Great. So
It made watching Jurassic World worthwhile.
We'll sort XP in a second. Guys, thank you all very much for watching. I've been me. These guys have been their characters, as you can see. We'll be back same time at 6 p.m.
I'm still screaming.
Monday here on the channel for the next episode to see how we wrap up this little Halfrach Manufacturing encounter. Join me on Friday at 5 p.m. for the next campaign diary. We'll be talking about all of this. And until next time, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Adios.